So go on, tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10. Champions, be the best, we come again. Kop-Ish clean up in every region. Elevation in every season. Catch up in all the fast match up in real rap. And Drifty go on, tell them this is that. This is that. This is Kop-Ish. This is Kop-Ish. Reppin' Liverpool till the end. Champions, we the best, come again. This is that. This is Kop-Ish. This is Kop-Ish. The main free back up in your screen. Real ones know this the place to be. This is Kop-Ish.
Yes, people, we are back. It's Team Kopish. Kopish collab every Friday. People, smash the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. We got two legends in the building, Hassam, Tom Little. Don't know where Redman is, he might join. Obviously, it's myself and Cal. Hopefully, Drift should be joining. Big up to everybody. How are you guys doing, man?
I'm thrown off. I'm waiting for the intro now. You've done your little intro bit. I'm waiting for our intro video. You asked me to go on the fly, yeah?
I just said we got two special guests in the building. Is that not enough, Tom? Is that not good enough?
No, it's just that you typically do your this is Kopish collab,
yeah, well, it's Friday and I don't care.
You've let James Redmond get in your head.
No, what I've done is I've done what I want to do because people know me as Matt the Menace. Yeah, this is a Friday. And I'm running the show today, and you know what that means? It's going to be chaotic. Because when I done it last week, I think it was chaos last week, I think. If I'm not mistaken.
You say that like there's ever been a Friday show where there isn't chaos?
That's kind of true. Fair. That is kind of true, to be fair. But, yeah, man. How you guys doing, though, man?
Not too bad. Busy.
Yeah?
Busy.
Well, as we know, Monday's gone and passed
what
now.
What shirt are you wearing, Callum? What does it say on the shirt?
It says pause.
Can you show it to the people?
Yes, I can.
Where's my... do you know what?
It actually looks good, you know?
I should have got my other one. What's the other one?
You have good taste, Callum. I will say. You do have good taste.
No, this is Kop-Ish merch. This isn't my personal...
That's our merch. Hassam knows that, right?
Kop-Ish has merch?
Oh, my God.
I never knew that.
To be fair, we haven't...
merch.
The disrespect. You don't think we got merch?
Wait. I never knew this. You guys never promote the merch.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Long story behind it.
Yeah, there's a long story behind that, though.
How the hell am I supposed to know what? Like my agent is supposed to tell me, bro? No one told me anything.
No, but we've been doing merch for time, though. For time.
No, I've been working with you guys for a year. I've never heard you promote it once. Even Tom is shocked.
It's a long story, bro.
It is. We just can't go into the finer details. It's a bit like an Isak situation. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a bit Isak. If that makes sense.
Crazy one.
You guys are found the best Liverpool channel, but you're shit at planning. Clearly.
Wow.
Wow.
A new intro took you about 6 months.
Wow.
No, it didn't. We said when we'd release
fixing the merch is going to take you a year.
Start of the season and we had it ready.
We released the intro on time.
Kopish, shall I release merch? Do you guys think I'd sell merch if I released it?
Yeah.
What merch be though, Sam?
My first one is going to be Tommy Blue on a shirt. That's going to be sold out. I really think that's going to be sold out.
I think you could do a shirt with Habibi on it, like fraud. Like you've got sayings that would actually
Habibi's the perfect phrase, like, bro. That's Hassam, innit?
Now we'll talk offline, bro, because you should have been doing
bro.
for a while now.
Fairs. The problem is I'm in Jordan, so how am I supposed to ship worldwide?
We'll talk.
We can, we can probably sort that out.
Speak to a Chinese agency. Let's go.
No, you can get that sorted, bro. Don't worry.
100%.
But you're sitting on a mini gold mine there.
Okay, easy there. I'm not troops like.
Bro, I'll be real. I'll buy your merch, bro. Like I'd support.
Oh, I appreciate
it. One will be that should be a special edition.
How much should I put?
I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't buy
limited shirts only.
I wouldn't buy Tommy Blue.
Brother, you're not releasing a Tommy Blue shit. I will find a fucking lawyer.
Find a lawyer. What, you're gonna sue a man in Jordan?
Yes.
What, you're gonna take me to international court because I've got your face on a shirt? You think that's how this works, bro? They've been trying to take, you know where I live, Tom? They've been trying to take my neighbors to court for the last 3 years. Ain't shit happened, brother. You get me? So just relax, brother. Anyway, big up, guys. Like and subscribe.
Come on, people. In fact, you know what? Actually, I'll do that afterwards. As you guys know,
can I tell you an idea quickly? You know, I don't know what came to my mind yesterday. Something I really want to do with you guys. I wanted us to do a Liverpool draft.
Yeah.
A Liverpool
what?
draft.
A Liverpool
Yes.
draft.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
we can do that.
Yeah,
Where you
yeah,
can
we'll
only
do that.
choose Liverpool players. Not now,
Yeah,
obviously, but I'm
yeah.
saying like it came to my mind. I think it would be cool with us four.
I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
There's a show next week. There's fucking gonna be fuck all to talk about next week.
No, but games will be. When do the games start back? It's not next. Is it not next Saturday? The following Saturday, isn't it?
Yeah, so not
Yeah.
this Saturday, next
Yeah, we could-
Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, should we
Could
do
do it
one
next
on
week,
each
potentially.
channel?
We can. I
Oh,
look
in
like
fact, no, we'll do next Friday. Yeah, we'll speak. We'll sort it out, boys. We'll sort it out.
We'll sort it out.
We could
don't
do
worry, we'll sort it
Monday Premier League draft on my channel, and then Friday do Liverpool draft only on your
But
channel.
we might not have a full house on Monday. That's the only thing.
You can't make it?
No, I can, but
out. I won't.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah,
I can only do
that-
from.
Oh,
not-
yeah.
yeah. So maybe. Yeah,
We'll
that's
so
gonna be easy.
then we'll do draft on Kop-Ish. Better.
Yeah, we'll sort something out. Right,
Let's go.
people. Big up everyone in the chat once again. Apologies, we're just having our own conversation. But as you know, as you guys can hear, we're planning. We're always planning to make sure you guys have that content. That's what we do, people. But yeah, man. If you guys don't know, obviously Monday's gone and past now. Isak deal over the line. We've got all of our, transfers out of the way. But with transfers, guys, I have to say, man, that's a lot of expectation. So just quickly, after we've signed Isak, what's now everyone's expectations for the season? Is it going to be a thing where we're going for all the trophies? Are you going to be disappointed if we don't get one? What's the main trophy you're looking for? Is it two? So, Tom, I'll start with you, bro. What's your expectations now that we've got all the transfers over the line?
Retain the league title, win a cup, semi-finals, minimum of Champions League. At the end of the day, if we get to the semi-finals and get beaten by the winners, I can't exactly sit there and be too angry. But I expect us to make the semi-finals at an absolute minimum and be one of the teams that should be getting over the line. If we're to lose, I want us to lose to the eventual winners type thing. So it's retain the title because I want 21 and I want to retain a title. I want to win one of the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup because I just think it's a benchmark thing. And I want to go far a lot further than the Champions League this year. That's it for me. I don't think it's right at the first season of all these players coming in to go, right, I expect everything. Because these players, as you can see, some of them need a little bit of time to adapt. Some of them aren't even going to be ready until October.
So I'm not laughing at you, Tom. It's something that I've just seen in our group chat. That is crazy, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, fam.
Anyway, guys, I'm really excited to watch Isak in a Liverpool shirt. I think that's the thing that excites me the most. I can't wait for that Burnley nasty stat pad sesh. You get me? It's gonna be great. I'm so happy we play Burnley after the international break because we're gonna cook, bro. We're gonna cook. Hello, James. We're gonna cook.
Hello,
I feel excited. I think this Burnley game is the perfect game for us to just I'll be honest. I watched Burnley Man United, and if Man United forwards had anything about them, they'd won that game 7-2, bro. They're actually ass.
Yeah.
So I expect for us to start the same exact team. I don't think Slot is the type of manager to immediately throw Isak directly in, but I think he's gonna come on probably at halftime, blah blah blah. And look, there's plenty of football to go around. We got Atletico as well in the Champions League. Immediately the stuff is starting. You get me? Games coming thick and fast. You got after that we got the derby as well against Everton. So shit is hitting the fan. This is Premier League football, and we're here to cook, and I look forward to it. And to be honest with you, the thing with me, I think the Mark Gahey transfer was very important. I said before the things happened, I said for me it's signing Mark Gahey is just as important as signing Isak, and already laid out all the reasons why. The one thing I think we all need to be ready with, specifically more of us, the ones that work with the rivals, is Liverpool are now the new villains. And I gave a war speech on my channel on Wednesday. And I told the people, guys, get ready to be the villain. All this Mr. Nice Guy, it's done. It's finished. Now we all have to be hated again. I told them the 80s is back. Everyone hates Liverpool. We just need to get with the memo now. And it's us against the world. And we need to just absolutely just destroy the shit out of this Premier League. There is no other way about it. I think this is the one year where I think it's fair to expect multiple trophies, like a Premier and FA Cup or a Champions League and a Carabao Cup or blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that, I think, is very fair this season. And to be honest with you, I've always said the signing of Isak doesn't make a difference in terms of us winning the Premier League as much as it makes a difference for us winning the Champions League. Because I do feel like the Atletico fixture, right? Let's take the Atletico fixture as an example. We play Atletico in the Champions League. Let's say that was the round of 16, and I've got to go away to the Wanda Metropolitana. When I've got Isak on the counter-attack, that helps me in a game like this. That makes my life so much easier because he's just a counter-attacking nuclear weapon. He's like a nuclear code. So I think he's the type of player that can help us in games like this too. So I look forward to it. And I know there's a lot been made of the whole Anfield edition thing with Mo. I think both sides are right. I'm going to do the Callum Sanderson here, but I'll give you the explanation. I really believe both sides are right, and I'll tell you why. Salah has every right to defend his teammates. This is just completely normal. Like, just like I defend Tom outside the stream, just like I defend any of you guys who are teammates, I'd have your back outside here. Over here, we cook each other, Adi, no problem. Outside here, I'd have your back. But in reverse, what Anfield Edition said is not false. Isak is a massive upgrade on Nunes. They didn't lie. They didn't. I don't believe it's disrespectful either. When you come out and you say name a bigger upgrade, yeah, but the guy didn't lie. Isak is a massive upgrade on Nunes. Like it's not like he disrespected him. It's not like he called Nunes a see you next Tuesday or a TWAT or anything like none of that. He just said name a bigger upgrade. But he didn't lie. He said the truth.
He just tweeted that on the wrong day, didn't he? Salah was just sitting there having a shit, and he was just like, "Nah, I'm reposting this, and I'm letting you know." You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So, like,
he's just defending his teammates, but there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
But Salah's also had a very emotional summer as well, hasn't he? So again, like you say, Hussam, if we're all right to respond to stuff, he's all right to respond to stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why I have no problem with him defending Nunes and Diaz. I have no problem with it.
Of course.
Just quickly, Hassam. Sorry, guys. Just to quickly to summarize, then, Hassam. What are you expecting this season, like trophy-wise? Like, what is?
I think going back to back in the Premier League is very important. Establish that inner dominance, and I'd like us to win the Champions League as well. And you want to know something? You could call me entitled. You could call me like have high expectations, but I'm slapping my balls on the table and I'm saying we're Liverpool Football Club, and I don't give a shit. Like, it's just as simple as that. We're Liverpool Football Club. We're LFC. We're the only club to dominate England and Europe at the same time. And the 80s are back. And we're about to destroy the shit out of people. And guess what? Slotters are Bob Paisley too. So it's time for domination, baby. That's what we're here for. Unless it's like a PSG-like scenario or maybe a Madrid. To be honest with you, I think we beat anyone in the Champions League other than PSG and Madrid. They're tough tests. Like, those are the two teams that I would be like, if we got knocked out to, I'm not going to lose my shit. But any other team, Barcelona included, blah, 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 I expect us to slap them. Barca high line, Kubarsi against Isak. Do me a favor, bro. We're going to slap the shit out of teams.
If you look at it as well, last season, we were the team that gave PSG the closest run. And that was with the team we had then, which was a very good team. But if I'm putting Isak in, if I'm putting Wirtz in, if I'm putting Ekitike in, if I'm putting Kerkez in, if I'm putting Frimpong in, I think if I had them players available last year, I can beat PSG. I think in terms of a squad makeup and who we've got, there's probably not a better start, certainly not a better starting 11 in Europe.
Yeah, that's put like this. We're easily, if you talk about start 11, we're top 3 in the world easily, without shadow of a doubt, easily. Like,
I think we've got the best depth as well, though. I think even I think we've got the best depth as well. I think that when you start looking beyond our first team now, you're going to either have a Ekitike or a Gakpo to bring on now with the arrival of Isak as well. Then you look into the midfield and you can either, when Frimpong and Bradley are fully up to the paces, because it's as much as I love the sub out right back prop, don't get me wrong, I don't expect it to last forever with those two as options. So when he's there, then you've got either him or Grav or whoever you. Oh God, my light's gone.
Rebel, sorry to cut you. You're speaking about a segment later on in the show.
Oh, sorry, we do have.
No, it's cool. I'm gonna ask you. No, it's cool, bro. Come on, no.
Sorry, remember, Redmond, this is Kop-Ish. Very organized.
No, wait.
Also, James Redmond, just so you know, Redmond, have you got another?
Hussam just went all around the world and back again, but when James does it,
wait.
my man went to Gay.
Wait. Just quickly. What's your? We're gonna get onto that though, so don't forget what he's gonna say. What's your expectations? Because Hassam said, obviously, retaining the Premier League title is like the main thing.
Don't let them change the topic, James. Let me tell you
Are
something.
you on the same?
Don't let
Let
them
me tell
challenge
James something. Let me tell
my
James something. I know James
expectations?
trusts me. James, I just want to tell you something.
Do you know, this would be a lot easier about Hassam. Hassam's just overly talking. Like, overly. He thinks this is the Don Hassam show. Brother, this is Kop-Ish, fam. What are we doing?
Can I just say one sentence
Hassam.
before being disrespected? One sentence.
I'm joking, bro.
James.
Come on.
I just want to go back to the start of the stream. You know how Kopish do their intro, right? You mocked them last week.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. They didn't do it.
You
today.
changed it
You
up
got
this
into their
time.
head.
Yeah, but we're versatile.
How did you mock it last week?
We are
Oh, no, I've mocked it a
versatile.
good
He
few
didn't mock it.
times,
He
not
just
gonna
said he
lie.
preferred
Jeez.
Hassam's
No, I have.
intro. And I was like, we're versatile. We do what we like. You know what
Liverpool miss out on Mark Gahey. Chiesa's left out of the Champions League squad. And are Liverpool going to win more than one trophy today on Kopish? Hey! That's the
Nah,
issue.
this is crazy. This is crazy.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Like, these people are coming into a yard and putting their feet up and taking a drink out of the fridge, bro. You know them ones there.
Hey, that's
But
Arab style
just
right
quickly,
there. That's Arab
Just quickly,
style. When
though.
I go into my cousin's house, I go
Yeah.
to the fridge. I do get whatever I want, Adi.
Yeah.
I'll be real with you, Hassam. In the Caribbean household, that could get you killed.
Yeah, that not go wrong, Bridges.
Yeah, that could get you
So what
killed.
if I'm
But-
thirsty?
Then you ask for a drink.
You asked
bro.
for a drink, bro.
Right.
Wow.
You don't just
Hey,
go and
Callum,
say.
can I please have a cup of water? Why can't I just go get?
I'll be real with you. If you came to my house for the first time and you just, hi, maybe you're a bad example because we got a relationship. If
Use
someone
Tom.
I didn't know very well,
I'm not
came to my
joking.
house- Yeah.
Use Tom. Just use Tom an example.
No, no.
Because you imagine Tom rolling up to your yard for the first time.
No,
Don't
but
say
me and
hello
Tom-
and
but
just
no, I've got
get
a
some beer at
relationship
the
with Tom
fridge.
as well. But like, say for example, I don't
I'm only
need. Let's say
joking, I'm
I'd stream with someone once, but they had to come. to
Yeah.
my house for some
I know
reason,
what you mean.
And they just walked in the door and they went to my fridge.
Like Uncle Albert.
No, we'd have a problem still. We'd have a problem. I'd be like, bro, what's
Take up
going on? What are we doing there?
Yeah.
I'd be like, no,
Yeah,
we've
no,
got a problem here.
facts. But just quickly, right? Let's try.
So
Let's
what do you
try.
What do
Yeah,
I
what's
expect
your
from the season?
expectations, brother? Yeah, what's your expectations for this season?
If we go back to back, I'm happy, baby. Like, what are you expecting me to only win a Premier League and be devastated about that? Like, if we win just the Premier League, I'm fine with that. Do not get me wrong. With the 11, would you like a little cheeky Champions League in there? Of course we would. But if I need to run the narrative at the end of back-to-back Premier League winning seasons that a new squad needs to be gelled together. The first season we had a new manager, now it's a new squad. I will run that narrative, and and it's a fine narrative to run with, because if we're expecting the absolute best now, then what are we expecting when this team's had 3 years to gel together? Do you know what I mean? I just, for me, give me back-to-back Premier Leagues, and anything more than that is a bonus. It should always be win one of the majors every single season when you're in a position like us. And if you do that, we're just going to continue being by far and away. Because if Chelsea do pick up a League Cup, fine. They add one more to their trophy cabinet. And if we just win the Prem, then we've only got one more to the trophy cabinet. But come on, if we can say we've got this many majors, super majors, and combine them together, no one will be able to talk to us. So I do expect, like what Hussam said, maybe 2 trophies. But if we get one and only one of them is champs or Prem, because that's an RNA slot.
No one can
Masterclass
say we
in
failed if we win one of the 2 big ones.
No,
one can say.
They
not
will
a
try,
chance.
but hear me out on this one. James, I'm in agreement with you, but Cal, before a ball was kicked this season, we were already the favourites, yeah, before we made any transfers. And we sat there and said, our squad is a little bit light. Obviously, this is before the transfer window even happened, but people still had Liverpool's favourites. Now, with all these signings that we brought in, we've had 2 club record deals over the line with Florian Wirtz, yeah, and Isak, bro. Are Liverpool fans, and again, this isn't what I think, it's just a question. Are Liverpool fans even slightly downplaying it now that, like, we've got these amazing signings over the line? Should we be expecting more, bro, than just retaining the Prem? And will it be a disappointment if it's just a Prem? Like, how would you see it, bro?
All right, so obviously we can speak from now. So hindsight's always going to change potentially, because if we win the Prem but we don't win any other trophies, but there's circumstances around that, then obviously we'll speak about that. But from now, if I'm speaking now, I want I'm like Tom. I want the Prem and I want a domestic cup. Ideally, I'd like the FA Cup because I'd like us to get our tally up in the FA Cups and start chasing down Arsenal's tally there because we beat everyone else and surpassed everyone else and every other trophy in England. So I want to grab that one as well. The Champions League for me is a tricky one because if we'd signed Gahey and another attacker, then I'd be sitting there saying Champions League is ours as well. I just think we are. I don't want to go too far in because I know you've got the show planned with the rest of it. But I just want to echo what James said a little bit in terms of the depth. I think we've got very good depth, but I don't think we've got the best depth. But if we had signed let's say we just signed Gahey, then I'd be sitting there going, I think final happens. So am I boring you, Hassam? Am I boring you, bro?
Sorry?
That's so rude. Nah, that's so
Man's
rude.
yawning, you know.
It's just outrageous. It's just outrageous at this point.
This
Isn't
is
it?
outrageous.
Come to my house, take stuff out my fridge. He yawns when I talk.
How's it go at Tom for leaning back?
I will never say that Callum Anderson is boring, okay? I just slept 4 hours. That's why I'm yawning.
4 hours.
Habibi, you're on the screen. You're on the screen right now, Habibi.
Yeah, I just yawned. No one even noticed in the chat if you guys didn't do this. You wanna know something? Next time you got your hand up your nose, Callum, I'm gonna say something.
It's so easy to trigger. He's so easy to trigger.
There you are.
As you will, Hassan. As you will.
He's so easy to trigger. I do genuinely want Prem and FA Cup. Anything else is a bonus, but I want 2 trophies this season.
Do you know what? I agree with what everyone's saying. I just feel like our rivals are trying to already create this narrative because we are the most hated team now. Like we weren't already before, but now with these signings, it's almost like they are just throwing expectations that us, whether we like it or not.
They're just trying to cope. They're just trying to cope.
Exactly. That's why there's 2. That's why I just wanted to point out. I think there's 2. There's 2 ways of looking at it. You've got our own expectations, and then you've got the rivals. But we don't care about the rivals. But the rivals will do everything in their power to try and.
The rivals' expectations are purely there just so we can not hit them because they're entirely unrealistic, and then they can laugh at us for unrealistic.
Tom, I fully agree.
If that's the case, then do you know what we do? We say to Arsenal, "Well, you said last season if you got a strike, you'd win the league. You got a strike, so win the league." And you got added, and you got additionals to that as well. You genuinely have 2 senior players for every single position on the pitch.
And they didn't lose no major players. They didn't lose no major players.
They didn't lose any players either. So go win it. If Man City's there, I'm saying, how much did you spend in January and how much did you spend in the summer? And you got the best manager in the world, you say, go and win it.
This is why I don't.
If you're Chelsea, you spent 2 billion. You spent 2 billion over the last however many years. You've now got 2 able strikers. You've added to the squad as well. Go and win it. You're world champions. Go and win it.
Yeah.
Matt, what you've got to remember is Man City won a treble in 2022, and people laughed at them for not winning the Carabao Cup as well. Because he didn't want to go out.
You've got to laugh at someone, don't you?
Did anyone really laugh at them?
Yes, because they got knocked out by Southampton, and it was that manager's only win.
But they won a treble. Yeah, and they won a serious treble.
Everyone sits there and builds up these unrealistic. No rival's going to sit there at the end of the season and go, I love Liverpool this season. I'm so glad they hit all their things. No, because that's not what fucking rivalry is. They're going to set these unrealistic expectations for us. Just so we can't hit them.
Tom, sometimes you talk so much shit. No one's going to mock us if we win a treble, bro. What's wrong with you?
Yes, they will.
No, they won't, bro. You just sound crazy right now. You just sound crazy.
Tom, I'll be honest. I didn't hear any. I didn't even remember Man City.
He's talking about like the tier 1 trollers. That's who he's on about. He's not on about normal people with faces.
Don't try to defend them, bro. Don't try to defend them. This is dumb. This is dumb. We're gonna win a treble. We're gonna get mocked according to Mr. Little. Which idiot is gonna mock us, bro? Come on.
I think he's talking about guys who were constantly saying a quad or anything less than.
Let Tom respond, Hassan. What are you gonna say, Tom? You want to respond to that? Go on, Tom.
People who don't like us, the same people who are sitting there going, "Oh, you spent all this money, you have to win every trophy." They want us that they set the unrealistic expectations so that when we don't do it, because no team's ever won a fucking quad in England, they go, "Oh, you shit then."
I got the point that you were trying to make, Tom. Don't worry, lads. I understood.
Oh,
Hassan, do you understand what he means now, though? Do you understand what he means now?
No, Hussam just wants to bully him. That's just what
My
I'm
name
told.
is James Redmond. I've got to kiss his ass. Let me
Go
defend
and have a
him.
shiggy, lads. Go and have a shiggy. Go on.
Bro, this show's going.
I can have a
insane.
stiggy on stream, mate.
You know
No
what?
one will
Don't
say
mention
anything.
more Steve.
I'm gonna light one up in front of your face
Don't
right now.
turn
What are you
your
gonna do?
camera off when you
If
start
it's gonna
chatting
What are you
bubbles
gonna
to
do,
me,
James?
mate.
Huh?
Don't
What are you
turn
gonna
your
do?
camera
Send
off when you
your
start.
face now.
Hey, be
gonna
careful. Be careful. I'll
smash
rage
this
like a
boy,
gal.
guys.
If you carry on, I'm gonna shout at you like a gal did. All right, if you carry on, so relax. Do you want to get shouted at again? No, you don't. Do you?
That's a bad example because they think.
I feel like
I
that
saw
sounds like a
Hussam.
section.
Hussam, I saw you getting scared against the gal there. I'm not gonna lie. I saw you. You were like an animal under threat.
Habibi, I have seen rockets above my house. What do you mean scared of a gal?
I've got no comeback. I've never seen a rocket above my house. I'm sorry. To be honest, I live in Kirkdale and it's a bit mad around here, but I've never seen a rocket above my house. To be fair, I have if you include fireworks, but not the rocket I presume you're talking about.
No,
And
it's
I'm
not.
glad you're all right. I'm genuinely happy you're here, but I just want to let you know I taught you everything you knew, and you're not humble no more, and I don't appreciate that.
You didn't
Rocket
teach me
over your house or not, rocket
Bro,
over
man
your
said,
house
I
or not,
showed
you're
you
not
the-
humble
man
no
said I
more.
showed you the ropes, you know. That's
James,
what
you
No, I
didn't
did.
teach me.
I taught him
No
everything
one
he knows,
showed
and
me
now
the
he's
ropes.
cheeky.
No
Now
one
he's
showed
just
me the
cheeky
ropes.
on every stream.
I had
Sorry,
to
what?
learn by myself.
He's
No
beyond
one showed
cheeky.
me
He's
the
the
ropes.
worst, bro.
I learned by myself.
Hussam,
No
you're
one
just
taught me.
so rude. Isn't he so rude, Drift? Isn't he just dead rude? You're just so rude.
All of this started because Tom Little claimed
There
we
he
get
is.
mocked
There
for
he is.
winning a
Picks
treble.
up the
Imagine.
microphone, shouts into the microphone.
I know.
Then you'll do, I'm humble, guys. I'm humble,
Oh
Hassan,
my
guys.
god!
I
And
am
then he'll
humble.
just be like, "Kop-Ish is pound for pound the best on the planet. Pound for pound, pound for pound." It's like, mate, you've just
Is
tried
it
to
a
sell
lie?
this stuff now.
Organisation is
Relax.
Is it a lie? You think I would collab
It's
weekly
the
with
fact
with
you go from the gaslighting to that
twice
anyway.
with
Let's
a
get back
channel
to
I don't
football.
believe is on the best Liverpool
Let's get back
channel?
to football. Be humble. Be quiet. I taught you everything you knew. Relax.
I could go work with someone else, but I don't want to. I want to work with Kopish.
I taught you
It's
everything
on-
you knew.
on the best
Relax.
channel.
You've been able to make a profitable YouTube channel because of everything I taught you. Relax.
No, that's false. That's false.
You can thank me for your income. Relax.
When you met me, I've been on.
Speak
all
to me
the
nicely.
channels.
Speak to me
What
nicely.
about
Speak to me
walked
nicely.
into? What's going on there? What's
Oh,
happening?
no, let it play
Okay, I'll
out.
tell you
let
what
it play
happened,
out, let it
Drifty.
play out, let it
Just
play out.
being
Tell you
too
what
big for
happened,
the
Drifty.
boots, Drift. Right,
Tom
get ready to
Little
be lied
claimed
to, Drift.
that
You're
we'll
about
get
to be
mocked
lied
for
to.
winning a treble. Imagine.
No.
We'd
All
get
right,
Okay,
mocked
so
so-
so
for
you
winning
so
a
you
treble.
said that with absolutely none of the context. We were asked what are our expectations this season. So we all said what our expectations were, and Matt said a rival's going to sit there and go, "Oh, you spent all this money. You've got to win both the Premier League and Champions League." And I went, "Well, when City won the treble, people laughed at them because he didn't win the Carabao Cup as well and didn't do a quad." And then Hassan went, "Oh no, you can't say that. No one ever done that." And I went, "I know they did because guess what? Rivals are just there to try and mock other teams." And Hassan didn't like that.
He got his
I
knickers
mean,
in
yeah,
it.
no, real, I don't know if anyone's dropped the F-bomb yet, but fuck the rivals. Who cares about them, man?
Good
Too
point.
late now if we didn't. No.
do you understand?
I wish you'd been here for that whole thing, Trip. We wouldn't have got off topic.
Do you understand whether we win the league or not, whether we win the Champions League or not, whatever it is, right now in this moment, let's not worry about that. They are all so jealous. They are all so envious. They cannot believe what's happening. All I'm hearing is just this rhetoric about we got to win, we got to win, we got to win. I mean, we will. We're not worried about that. We take that pressure on. But they're just trying to throw shade because it's all they can say. Because they're actually looking at us and they're like, this has never been done before. Even Sir Alex Ferguson's Man United never done this. What the hell's going on? 450 mil on world-class, ready-to-ball-out ballers.
To be honest,
Are
if
they
you do
not ready?
inflation, Fergie probably would have spent around this sort of money sometimes in transfer.
Not in one window, Cal. Like across, but not just in literally
All right.
one window.
Drift. With that being said, then forget the rivals, but I had to kind of add that in there because I think you got our own expectations, and then you got the rivals trying to just add unrealistic whatever bullshit they want to, right?
Yeah.
What's your expectations for this season? Like, what's your own expectation of Liverpool? Is it retain the Prem and the champs? Is it a Prem and a cup? Like, what's your own expectations for this team, bro? Now that we've got all the players over the line.
You remember when? Do you remember when Thanos rewound time, and he just grabs Vision by the forehead, and just ripped that last stone from his Ras clot? Do you remember that?
That is crazy. Yeah.
Do you remember? And then do you remember when Thor
In Infinity War. It's Infinity War.
Yeah. You remember
Yeah,
Thor? He thought he'd done it.
Yeah.
Like, he should have gone for the head, big man. That's what Liverpool are going to do this season. Somebody will try and get in the way, and they might think they're successful. We're doing it all.
So your expectation is you think we're going to win every trophy? That's your expectation.
Once we get Gehi in January, that's the last stone. I'm guaranteeing 2 trophies. 3 or 4 is probable, though. And one of those is a major.
What? What? Okay. I hear it. So you think
hold on. When I say it, it's just the cow's crazy. When Drifty says it's cricket, it's like what's going on there?
No, what's happened is it was trying to marinate. When you said it hadn't marinated yet. You know them ones, Cal. It hadn't marinated yet. And now
I'll be honest, Cal. I was just wrapping my head around the analogy. I was lost in that. That is involved now.
I wasn't paying attention. I was yawning. I'll be honest.
Come on, man. But no, all jokes aside, I'm looking for world domination.
I think we can win both.
That doesn't have to mean.
No, but what I'm saying,
domination doesn't mean you collect every single trophy. Football's football, man. If you could win every single trophy, teams would have done it, right?
Yeah, of course.
What I expect isn't just about this season. I'm looking at 2, 3, 4 years.
No, Drift. No. But that's the question. No, forget about 2. I'm saying this season. So when I say this season, right now, as things stand, we don't have Guehi. Right now, as things stand, Isak hasn't played a game of football and has to play catch up. Right now, Leone hasn't played a game of football. Right now, Soboslai's playing right back. That's what I'm asking everybody right now. Forget 2 years, 3 years, because that's a different conversation. I'm talking right now, bro. What are you expecting from Liverpool? Is it to retain the Prem and a Cup? Is it all of them regarding how things are now? That's where I'm trying to get everyone's thoughts at.
Yeah, I would probably say that my aim is going to be the same as what Slots is. Champions League, Premier League double. Okay. I think the cups will take care of themselves. When we play when we play our youth players and all that kind of stuff, you can get knocked out of a cup accidentally by trying to preserve the squad. That can happen, right? But with the Champions League and the Premier League, I think we're going to go pretty strong for the majority. So I kind of think we're going to have a very, very similar Paris Saint-Germain season. Couple months for everybody to settle in, get used to the team, get used to what it's like to be in the Premier League for people like Wirtz, Ekitike. And then by the time we get to like December, January, when everybody's starting to like get what it is they need to be doing, then we pick up the pace and then everyone just says, raw.
Yeah.
You got Liverpool at the weekend. Yeah, you're going to be picking the ball out the back of your net at least 3 times. Because you got to remember, we scored 2 goals or more in 32 of the 38 games we played last season. And that was with a strike force or whatever. That wasn't even necessarily firing on all cylinders.
Well, now we've got... like you're saying there.
He's going to repost you now, Drift. You're about to get millions of people
on his Twitter, and he's going to say, don't disrespect the Premier League champions. Just enjoy them both.
Me? I'm the last person to disrespect Diaz.
I don't know if you know the context is. I think it.
I know.
Was it Tom? Is it Anfield Edition? Was it them? Was it them, man?
Yeah.
It was them, man, innit? Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie. Salah dragged them still, but you know what? To be fair, there has been a lot of abuse for those 2 players. So I kind of smiled and went along with it because those 2 players have been getting maybe not necessarily abuse in Diaz's case, but just unfair criticism and just like no appreciation for what they did for the team. So I was happy with that, man.
Yeah, the Nunes criticism was totally unfair. You're correct. We were unfair.
People have been talking about Diaz like he's a piece of trash.
75 big chances missed in 3 seasons. You're right. It was totally unfair criticism. Came in, supposed to outscore Haaland, couldn't even outscore Havertz. But it's unfair criticism. You're correct.
I said abuse, bro. I didn't say criticism.
Listen, no one accepts abuse. Don't strawman the argument, okay? It was correct to criticize.
That is literally what's been happening.
No, you're strawmanning the argument. It's not about abuse. No one
if you listen properly,
no one on this panel or the chat condones abuse. We all agree. No one should go message a footballer, fuck your family. No one is saying this, okay? We're saying on the football pitch, the way that they performed, they deserve criticism, both of them. Nunes to a bigger
why did Diaz deserve criticism? Diaz
deserved criticism because he is one of the reasons why we didn't win the league 2 years ago.
He was inconsistent, Drift.
Because
But
when he went through on goal
got
against Manchester
20
City,
GA
he looked
and he
Ortega
scored
straight in the
important
face and
goals.
shot it to the corner flag. Come on.
You lot want perfection. It's crazy.
It's
But
not-
anyway,
No one's asking
I
for
don't want
perfection.
perfection, Drift.
That's
I
another
just,
straw man argument. No one's asking for perfection. No
if
one
your
ever
left
asked
winger
for
has
perfection.
20 GA and people are still complaining,
That's the question.
then I don't know what more. to
Yeah, you're
say.
talking about this season. You're talking about this season. I never said anything about Diaz this season. As a matter of fact, me and the Colombians are good now. They call me.
I didn't.
The Colombians now call me fair when it comes to Diaz conversations. You know that?
It's fine. It's
But
But
fine.
I'm talking about
I don't
Nunes.
remember- I
Don't
don't
tell me that
remember
my
what my
criticism
point
is
was, but
unfair towards Nunes. No, it wasn't unfair. There's the reason why he went to Al Hilal, not any of the
Sam,
top
I
European
didn't
clubs.
mention a name.
Is
I
he
did
shit?
not mention it. I didn't mention a name. That's a guilty conscience because I didn't mention.
No,
a
it's
name.
not a guilty conscience at all. It's I'm
Yeah.
glad we sold Nunes. I'm so happy, genuinely. I think
And
we won the
you're
league in
saying that.
spite of him.
And
very
it's not-
confrontational today, Hassam.
Sorry, Drift. Did you genuinely not understand why there was criticism of Diaz and Nunes?
It went beyond criticism, so that's why I'm glad that Salah
No,
said
but
something.
there's always sections of the fan base that go beyond criticism, but that's the minority. If we talk about the majority,
And that's who it was being aimed at. If you never abused them, then it's
no,
not
no.
like
But
you,
I'm
innit?
saying the minority went the route of abuse. That happens in every fan base, and we don't condone that. But the majority were constructively criticizing Nunes and Diaz. Do you not
And
understand?
I don't
why
think Diaz was warranted at all. Everybody can go through a bad patch of form. It wasn't warranted.
All
It
right,
was very
bad-
important. It
bad
was very
patches of
important
form.
last season.
By the way, I
There's
didn't
bad
want
patches of form
Diaz
and there's
sold.
a goal.
No,
I didn't
I
want
want
Diaz
Diaz to
sold.
stay.
I wanted Diaz to stay, but I fully understood the criticism he got.
When Diaz fell off, Gakpo stepped up, and then when Gakpo got injured and fell off, Diaz stepped back up again.
but you're
They both did their job across the left.
but that's
wing.
the
That's
point
not-
then, Drift.
that's
If he
the point.
fell off, then when he fell off, then he should have been criticized, right?
No, but I'm using you lot sometimes. I don't think he fell off. I still think he was doing all the other stuff. He just weren't scoring enough
He
goals
did
for
fall
everyone
off.
to like.
Like as you just said, he fell off.
No,
when
because he
Gakpo-
was performing well during that time. It was just he weren't scoring goals. So everyone was just like, well, he's not scoring enough. He was still playing well, defending well, being in the team, being a threat. Just because he wasn't banging in the GA doesn't mean he wasn't playing well. But I don't want to relive last season. We won the league. It is what it is. At the end of the day, I still think this forward line is better than last year's forward line. So I expect more goals, which I think was the point I was trying to get at before I got distracted. But
Diaz's criticism was
fair.
always warranted because he was frustrating as a footballer because he had it all. He had the ability. He just
I don't think it was
wasn't
always
consistent
warranted though. Like I think see,
it's,
this
fine,
is where
it's fine. It's fine. I'm
this
not
is
gonna-
where I kinda
No, because
understand
what-
there needs to be
when-
a bit of balance though,
when
Tom.
no
Like,
when
yeah, go on,
when
go on.
when was the Diaz criticism? Because Diaz never got criticised when he first joined. Never did. He was brilliant when he first joined. Never got criticised until you know before his injury caused by an unnamed 30-year-old midfielder who was playing in London at the time.
Mm.
After that, didn't get criticised for the rest of that season when he came back. Because everyone knew he's coming back from that injury. And then the criticism started in 23-24 when we were seeing him game after game after game not have the impact we wanted, not show the levels that he was showing before, and miss the simple chances. That's all it ever was for me. You showed me you could do it, but when push came to shove, I didn't think I could rely on you consistently enough.
All right, just quickly. Would you say last season he was our second best attacker?
Last
Yeah.
season,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I prefer Gakpo, but if you say Diaz, I can't argue it.
but Diaz weren't a left winger by trade last season, and this is what I think everyone seems to forget. He played a large portion of the season as a number 9, which I had no problem with, by the way, last season. But
Is that? But why is that?
But you know, statistically,
why is that an
he played
issue,
off the
guys?
left 2/3.
No. But wherever the player, just quickly, just sorry, guys, just quickly.
If you look at his GA ratios to when he played through the middle and when he played on the left, his GA ratio was better through the middle.
Guys, does it really matter?
To be honest.
No.
it's
But I think
fact.
does it
Yeah,
matter
it's
where the
fact.
player plays if he's playing well though? This notion.
No,
that
no, I
because
don't. No, I don't have an issue. But this notion that he was sick as a left winger last season. That's what I disagree with. He wasn't sick as a left winger. He was sick as an overall attacker last season, in my opinion. But he wasn't sick as a left winger. In the same way, Mane was sick as an attacker in his last season, but he wasn't sick as a left winger.
No, you're right. But why should it matter? So if regardless of
I'm
where
not saying
he
it does
plays,
matter. I'm
Yeah,
just saying if we're going to speak about him, we've got to get the context right about it. That's all I'm saying. We can't sit here and say, "No, he was sick on left wing," when he didn't play great at the left wing, he played better through the middle. He had some good games on the left wing, but predominantly played better through the middle. So if that, I'm just saying, if we're going to speak about him in terms, we have to add the proper context to it. There's a reason why
we're going to add the proper context, bro. Then let's start talking about the fact that he doesn't have to score a goal in a game to have played well, because that seems to be the only metrics anybody gives a shit about. Did he score? Did he assist? Well, then he didn't. No, he had a good game. I watched with my own eyes. He had a good game.
But you're being disingenuous there, because how many times do we do a player ratings, and if a player doesn't score or assist, we still give them high ratings? We will call it out if they have a good game without the goal scoring. But,
and that's
let me land. But if we're watching games with our eyes and we're seeing him mess up the final pass, or we're seeing him mess up the shot or anything like that, then we have to call that out. We're football fans who are watching this. We're content creators. We're going to call that out. And he did do that quite a few times last season. So I don't think that criticism is unwarranted. In the same way, we'll call it out when he does produce the goods and he does play good games, even without scoring. For example, the West Ham game away from home, the Tottenham game away from home, even without the goals, he was still a menace. We give him his ratings for those. So we can't give him the ratings for that and then not do the other side. We have to be fair with it. So that's what I'm saying. Even though I wanted Diaz to stay, I can understand the criticism he got. The abuse, I never condoned, but I can understand it.
There's no point in going back over it now. It's old news. But I know Diaz was judged way more harshly than others in our team. But it's long to go over it now.
All right, let's move on to the next topic, because I was going to say something, but I thought it's just going to rehash the whole thing. All right, then let's move on to about one thing I want to speak about, guys, is tactical issues that we potentially may have. Now, when I say tactical, I'm talking could be defensive, it could be starting lineups. We beat Arsenal, obviously, and it was a game that no one really. It wasn't a footballer's game. They turned it into Stoke versus flipping Wimbledon at one point. It was a joke. That's how Arsenal wanted to play the game. They tried to get as many corners as they could, as many throw-ins. You had Timber, even at 1-0 down, trying to delay the game. It was a joke. But at the end of the day, class always prevails, and that's how we scored. Soboslai scored an absolute blinder. However, guys,
my right back.
In our first 3 games, would you all agree that we're still not right defensively, or are you guys looking at it as like it's the start of the season, it will be fine as time goes on, or is there something underlying that you guys have an issue with?
I think, and Tom will understand this because he watches the sport, I think this is like watching the Warriors as soon as they signed KD. They're just trying to figure it out at the start. Here's the thing that I want to tell people. We're 9 points from 9. We've conceded 7 goals in the 3 fixtures, if I include Wembley. We've won 2 games in the last 10 minutes, and we're top of the league. So what's going to happen when we gel? Florian Wirtz in that second half against Arsenal had an unbelievable performance for me. I think he was great in the second half against Arsenal. And I'm like, hello, okay, welcome to Liverpool, my brother. You get me? Finally, we're seeing the Wirtz that we wanted to see. Played a couple of 3-4 great through balls in the second half for me, Florian Wirtz. I think he was amazing. And for me, I think it's just going to take some time to gel. But when it does actually all gel and when it does come together, it's going to be long. It's going to be long for everyone. And make no mistake, even Isak might take 3-4 games to score his first goal. And it's okay, because players take time. Henry took 9 games to score his first goal. Bergkamp took 8 games to score his first goal. Anthony scored in his first game. Nunes scored in his first game. That doesn't mean because you score in your first game, you're going to be this great elite player. Sometimes players take time. I think Wirtz has taken some time. Kerkez as well, you get me, had an unbelievable performance against Arsenal compared to his 3 previous ones. So he's stepped up. There are just certain type of players who just settle in a lot quicker. The problem with Wirtz is, for me, the biggest issue is I feel like in his mind, he just needs to realize that the Bundesliga is 100 times slower than the Premier League. So he just needs to do things a bit more chop quicker. Let's go. Yeah, that's the problem. And I think that's going to come with time. But I'm not worried at all. I'm not worried at all. I don't think this is going to be an issue from now to the end of the season where we're conceding 3-4 goals and shit like that. We will shore up defensively. We will. We have to keep a clean sheet against Burnley, as an example. Unless it's we concede a silly penalty or something. I expect us to not concede from open play against them because we have to have that defensive solidity. alongside the likes of Isak and players like that. But I think it'll take them time to gel. But so far, I like a lot of the signs. I'm not worried about any signing. I think all our signing will be hits. I don't think a single one of them will be a miss. Frimpong has probably shocked us all. When before he came, some people thinking maybe he's not going to be like as solid defensively as an example, blah blah blah. He came in, he's actually solid defensively, done a good job as well. Probably settled in even faster than Kerkez. Kerkez was great against Arsenal for me. Locked up Madueke, was one of the men of the match. Vert's second half against Arsenal was incredible. Ekitike is already banging in the goals. So with Isak, I expect the same. And I watched that Isak interview. I've never seen more aura my whole life. I never believed in aura until I watched that video. When they asked him, what do you want to win? And he said everything. I'll be honest with you, like it felt like a non-human was speaking. Like it didn't feel like a human being.
What I
was
said,
talking.
like an android. Like he just, the way he said it, they like, what do you want to win? He goes,
Yeah, like it's his aura.
He just goes, I want to win everything. And he didn't say
I want to
nothing
win
else afterwards.
everything.
No, Virgil's order is real, Hassan. Trust me.
Yeah, I was gonna say Virgil's aura is crazy.
I mean, you guys met them in real life. I didn't, to be fair. So.
Yeah, no, Virgil aura crazy.
Virgil's aura is definitely real, 100%.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
All right, then. So with what Hassan said, then I'm gonna slightly flip it because I kind of knew Hassan was gonna say that. That's not a bad thing. I kind of knew. There's another argument though to what Hassan just said. You've got that way, and in the other way, what I'm about to say is this is not what I believe, but this could be a thing, right? Liverpool to get over the line in our first 3 games. Very emotional, last minute winners, the way how we've had to change the game with the Chiesa, Rio, flipping getting the winner and then a free kick. Could you argue that we are still, I don't want to use it as an excuse, but the team is still obviously still trying to cope with obviously the loss of Diogo Jota. I think we're going to have to cope with that all season. Do you feel like how we've had to get over the line is quite emotionally draining? And do you feel like that's also another thing where like that could go on a lot longer than what people expect?
Look, we can't speak on how these players' minds are going to be. And that's something we have to consider all season. I think that there's a bit of a extreme reaction to the start of the season, though, in the basis of we've never actually put together our strongest lineup once for whatever reason. So that's a factor. And 2, if you go look at the stats, the 3 best teams defensively so far this season in the Premier League, Bournemouth, Newcastle, Arsenal, we've had to play the 3 best defences in the league to start the season. And we've scored, 8 goals? We've clearly got all the attacking edge there. We had to go away to St. James's Park in the worst atmosphere you could imagine. That was always going to be a shit game, but you get through. A sign of champions is getting through. Bournemouth at home, opening day, obviously all the emotion behind it, but Bournemouth are a very good team. They did just limit Tottenham to 2 shots all game away from home. Like we're not talking about some scrubs here in Bournemouth.
No, for they bad and bad.
And we should have won by more, and we shouldn't have conceded the goals we conceded. So again, you look at that going, if we're more on it, if we're more speed, it's more positive. And in Arsenal, the players. I put it this way: the goals we conceded against Bournemouth, individual errors. Players not quite understanding the role. The goals
managerial errors, in my opinion.
Whatever, but it's
individual. Because remember, that's when he brought Endo right back. Remember, and then he fixed his own mistake.
That's true.
So we've got individual errors in the first game from whoever. Second game, individual errors again. Kerkez backing up into a man when he's jumping up for the header, and even Kanate deciding to not challenge for an aerial duel. Fucked us over. But you still power through and you still get it done. And in Arsenal, no individual errors, clean sheet, and we weren't threatened once. Now, albeit the Arsenal game's problem was the attackers weren't on it. In the first 2 games, they've been on it. We scored 7 goals in the first 2 games. Against Arsenal, they weren't on it. Salah, touch was wayward, couldn't get anything going. Vert's good in the second half, but in the first half wasn't great. Ekitike couldn't deal with Gabriel very well. Gabriel was roughing him up and he couldn't quite handle that. And Gakpo didn't really get involved in the game. So we had to rely on someone else to step up and pull through, and they did. My point is, the reactions to the start of the season going, Liverpool look horrible, they look this, they look that. I don't see it personally. I see a team that's still trying to figure things out. but it's not been a systematic defensive problem that's cost us. I've not looked at it and went, oh, the systems let us down there. I don't, tactically, we're exposed here, tactically this, tactically that. I'm kind of going, if he just doesn't jump when he jumps, we're fine. If he just is physically strong in a challenge, we're fine. Bournemouth barely created anything outside the 2 goals. Newcastle barely created anything outside the 2 goals. Arsenal created fuck all anyway. We're not conceding many chances. It's not like the 23-24 season where we were conceding loads of chances and you were looking at it going, that's unsustainable. We can't concede that many chances a game and get away with it. Right now, we're not conceding many chances. They're just going in. Sod's law. There'll be a run of games where we concede that many chances, none of them go in. But the fact is, we are, for the most part, doing our job. I'm not feeling very threatened when we don't have the ball. I'd like us to be a little bit more there when we've got the ball, but that'll come with time. The fact is, even when I don't think we're 100% set up on attack, we scored 8 goals in 3 games against the 3 best defenders in the league. I'm positive about it.
Yeah, I hear it. Drift, what's your thoughts on it? Like in the whole, do you think again, like, are you a little bit concerned that it's taken Rio to get us to win the game? Are you looking at also like, look, I know it was the first game of the season, but like struggle a little bit against Bournemouth, and then the Arsenal game, it was a free kick, and if I'm not mistaken, it was the lowest shots we've ever had in a first half, or maybe in a whole game at Anfield. I think the amount of shots that we had in that game in totality was like one of the lowest, if I'm not mistaken. Are you worried about any of these things, Jeff, or are you just looking at it as like a bit like a Sam, like it's early doors, players haven't settled in, and it's only a matter of time before they gel and we improve? Or do you feel like there's still something that you're like, I'm still not happy with that, even if we improve?
I mean, you could always look at the midfield and think it would be nice to have a Belaber in there with a little bit more physical presence, but I'm not even going to be that mad at that, if I'm being totally honest with you. I think maybe that will probably be a little bit more annoying when you're playing against those kind of... I'm trying to think who would be... Like, Brentford used to be one of them teams, but that was under Frank. You know, them teams that are, like, very physical, it's going to get a little bit rough. I mean, to be
Chelsea
fair...
are quite physical, to be fair. Chelsea are quite physical.
Yeah, I mean, we came out of the St. James's Park game, and they're one of the most physical teams, and we went up there and we won, and we didn't have a bruiser in there, and they were trying to kick lumps out of us, and ironically, they all ended up going off injured.
Yeah.
So that could probably be a little bit of something that would maybe just concern me a little bit, depending on what the game was and who the opposition is. But generally speaking, bro, I can't lie to you. The Emirates away, now that we've got St. James's Park out of the way, and again, this isn't me saying we can't lose. Anybody can lose. We're not going to go invincible this season. So that's not the point I'm getting at. I'm just giving
we're the only team that can.
I'm just giving you the logical kind of like... Now, technically, Chelsea still can, bro, because they drew. They didn't lose. So technically, Chelsea could still be unbeaten.
If we keep Isak fit for 38 games, why not?
I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, Etihad away, could lose it. Not scared in the slightest. Old Trafford away, could lose it. Not scared in the slightest, though. Maybe Stamford Bridge. Maybe Stamford Bridge is one going into. I'm going to be like, oh, this could be...
Did you just say Old Trafford could lose it? We're on that stadium, bro.
No, but you know, bro, sometimes we play the occasion.
That's the yearly Mo Salah Invitational. You know how it goes.
I was going to say Salah.
But everybody knows that is one of those. That is one of those games where
Drifty, you know that since Ferguson retired, Salah is actually one of the highest scorers at all times.
Yeah, I've read that as well, which is insane.
You know, he has more goals than certain United forwards.
Remember, don't forget Mo Trafford, bro.
No, but guys, you got to remember, by the time we play them, it won't be Thingy in charge. They could be on a new manager bounce. There's loads of things like, you know what I mean? Like, Amorim ain't still going to be there when we play them. Well, we play them in October. He ain't lasting until October.
Drifty, you know Hussam is an asshole. Let me tell you something about the asshole Hussam. Asshole Sam does his research. We actually play United 4 games before the season ends, or 5 games before the season ends. If we win the league at Old Trafford and it's number 21...
Oh, I thought the October game was at Old Trafford.
No, the other games at Old Trafford. This one at Anfield.
Okay. I thought the October game was at Old Trafford.
The one at the end, like late April, I think. Bro,
look, that's an example of what I'm saying. Regardless of how bad Man United are playing, if we're 4 games away from being invincible, I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to be at Old Trafford.
There you go.
Why is everyone left? Where's Callum and
I
James?
have no idea, so I'm just trying to
I
read.
think Cal just crashed. But you
Yeah,
get
I'm
what I
just trying
mean?
to
Of
restart the
course they're a
layout.
rubbish
There we
team
go.
this season. Yeah, of course they are. But I'm not gonna lie. Say we're invincible and there's 4 games to go. I would prefer Old Trafford weren't one of the grounds we were going to. Do you know what
I know
I
what you mean, because obviously there's always going to be that fear, like if it's them that
we might
take
just
away.
play the occasion rather than the game, and you know what I mean. It's just like,
But I'll be real. That's the perfect time for us to play them because we will be football. That's back end of the season. That means we're already at optimal levels. That means there's no like, as they say,
I worry about
optimal
them more at
manipulation.
Anfield than at Old Trafford. And you want to know why? Because at Old Trafford they got that whole like arrogance. We're Man United, so they'll want to attack. We'll pick through them in counter attack. The problem is when they come to Anfield. If you, by the way, since the 7-0, they've given us tough games at Anfield. Like there was a 0-0, there was a 2-2 last season. You get me? There are a couple of games where you're like shit. Like they
because
set up
we keep playing
defensively.
the occasion, bro. That's what I'm saying. We let
Yeah,
the
they
fact
set
it's
up
Man U-
defensively and everything.
Yeah, we get all like amped up because it's Man U and the rivalry and we hate them and all that. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and I'm never gonna lie, even Goodison Park in their new ground now, that's probably gonna make the derby a little bit different as well, to be fair. So there's some games I'm looking at with a little trepidation, a little bit of apprehension. But generally speaking, now we've got Arsenal out the way. I'm just like, boy, till we play Arsenal again,
You're not worried, innit?
I'm not
really
sure
like
how many games are gonna like really bother me, if that makes sense.
Let me tell you though a genuine objective problem with that. I think the Premier League is now at the best it's ever been. Like Man United 10 years ago, even if they played the same way that they played now, would have probably finished 7th or 8th. But because the Premier League is so good now, they finished 15th. Because
Sorry, guys, give me 2 minutes. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
No worries. You need to be like at your best to beat Brighton. You need to be at your best to beat Brentford. You need to be at your best to beat Newcastle. Like, let's say all the clubs from, forget the traditional top 6. Let's say all the clubs from like 6th to 12th, right? Like the Palaces, the Brightons, the Brentfords. These teams, you need to be on your A game to beat. That's the problem now. So I'm not saying I'm ever gonna go into like, I'm not like, obviously if me and you are doing inshallah collab happy, safe and healthy before a game like against Brighton, it's not like I'm gonna sit up here and be like I'm worried. No, but like at the same time, I know that Brighton on their day are capable of beating anyone because it's the Premier League. That's the truth of the thing.
100%.
You know, so
I mean, like
we can't be arrogant.
The Bournemouth game's a prime example, bro. We dropped our levels for a little bit and we nearly paid for it. You can't do that in the Premier League. You do have to be switched on. So I agree, 100%. And you're right, Brighton away is tough. I'm realizing there are some tough games still because Bournemouth away is tough. Nobody likes going down to the Vitality. I'm not gonna lie. Like Bournemouth
got a great
away
record there. We've actually got a great record there.
I know, bro, but you know what I mean. Like even Palace away, you know what I mean. That's a tough game. These games are
another
games
place
that
we've got a great record against as well, though. We always
no,
win.
I know, but it's like you're still kind of apprehensive going into the game. Like shit, you know what I mean. We're going away, like so. Yeah, man. But
remember now we got Marguerite on our side.
I think
he's gonna do the Stevie G to Drogba assist. He's gonna pass it by mistake to Isak. Gonna be beautiful.
I'm hoping that for that game he is injured.
I think he'll play and he'll put on a horrible performance.
Random question, guys. Do you think there's any danger that other teams try and turn Gahey's head between now and January?
Yeah, I think Man City are going to win him.
Teams can try.
Unless it's Madrid.
I think by January, Arsenal might have wind that they're going to lose one of their players because apparently Saliba, it's a little bit tricky for them to get him to sign a contract at the moment with Real Madrid lurking. So they might think, we need to get a replacement for Saliba.
We have done too much already. The lad was wearing Liverpool gear in London.
No, I get that, bro. But
you
never know, innit?
We will have told him once that move fell through, and they were all sat together in that room. We went, wait a little bit. We'll come get you. Just wait.
Did you not hear what actually happened? Yeah. Did you not hear that?
Yeah, Steve Parish was doing fucking Zumba.
Yeah, Parish was at the gym and he didn't speak to him until 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Do you know how messed up that is? That is so unprofessional. It's not even a joke.
At the end of the day, I don't have any worry. I think that, especially once you see how we go this season, if we start how we look like we'll start, I don't see why he'd turn us down. So he agrees to join us, and we're going to go back in January. I don't see what club could possibly make him think otherwise.
Do you think Palace will try and make it difficult again in January? Because in my opinion, I don't think we should be paying more than 20 mil in January. But I can see Palace trying to go for a 25 mil, for example. And I don't see Liverpool paying that. Do you think Palace will try and make it
I don't think Palace is even... I think Palace let Glasner have one. He's not letting Glasner win both times.
Glasner won't be there by January.
Exactly. Parish is going to take whatever money he can get. He wanted to sell in the summer. He got usurped by the manager. He's not getting usurped again a second time. He's taking whatever money he's getting. We put 20 on the table. He's taking that and running.
The craziest thing is, maybe I'm wrong when I say this, but I think he should have actually tested Glasner. I don't think Glasner would have walked away.
That's not a test he can afford to take.
But if I'm being honest with you, Cal, if you're a business owner, the one thing you can never be done is be bent over a barrel by your employees. He actually's got no backbone. I get he's a great manager who's helped Crystal Palace, but no manager should ever be able to put a gun to the owner's head and say, do this and I'll shoot.
Drift, it's different because he is their best.
It's not just that.
But that's not the point, man. Parish now's just set a precedent that now, as soon as you play well as a manager for him, he'll know that you know what I mean. You can give him a little.
Because no one will be what Glasner is to them. Glasner is the guy that has won them their first ever trophy. He is on a pedestal above.
Not just that as well, Drift. Remember, not just that. Glasner's been peed off with Parish for a while because he's not got the players in that he's wanted for a while. They've not done proper business this summer. You speak to any Palace fan, Glasner is livid with Parish. So I do Parish like Glasner would have walked, and Parish. If Glasner walked,
then
Parish
let
would
him
have had.
walk.
No, brother.
If he's gonna be going within the next 12 months anyway, yeah. Because it's the thing, if Glasner was gonna be there for like 4 or 5 years, then I would get it. But if he's gonna leave by the end of the season, or maybe
as soon as Amarim is sacked, he's gone. By the way,
do you get what I mean? Like, come on, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you have to have some pride and just make the decision that you want as the owner or the chairman. You can't just let a man dictate to you what to do.
Yeah, but
if you've been the person who's messed up along the way, Drift. If Parish has messed up along the way by not getting him players in early that he wanted, if they got players in early that Glasner wanted, we would have got Gahey, in my opinion.
Also, what Parish does now is give himself time to figure out
the next
replacements. Because if he sits in and sells Gahey and then 2nd of September Glasner resigns, Steve Parish has 30 million in his hand and his dick in his other. He's got nothing. He's got to go out there and try and find a new manager like that. Now, what he can do is he can go, look, I know I've got Glasner for 12 months, potentially. I can now start figuring out who my replacement's going to be down the line rather than panic and doing it in the moment.
But he should have already known these things, though. He should already know what defender he wants and what manager he wants. Because if he knows Glasner's leaving, why is he waiting right until the end to figure out who he wants to replace him? He should already know who he wants.
Because you don't know what the market's going to look like for the manager.
Yeah, but you should already have an idea. And then if it changes, it changes. But you should have an idea of who you want to bring in or who you know is capable of bringing in. Because Glasner is definitely leaving. He won't sign a new deal. As soon as anybody refuses to sign a new deal, that means you know they're leaving. It's like us right now, where Gahey kind of is a little bit of a, if Konate doesn't stay, at least we've got Gahey. Do you get what I mean? Because we've got to start thinking about past Konate in case he goes. Glasner is leaving. Palace should already kind of understand who they're going to bring in. If it changes, fair enough. But they should already know because this man ain't hanging around. So I just think Parish just made himself look extremely weak. I'm telling you now, there aren't many other owners that would have done that. That would have actually let the manager dictate what the.
Drifty is right. You can't let a manager dictate how a club works. He's right. Like
you can't.
At the end of the day, if Palace need the money, as an
isolated situation, you're right. But when you add the context to it, in the sense of Glasner's won them their first trophy, he's the best manager they've ever had. He's one of the best managers in Europe right now. They've managed to keep Gahey for a little bit, and he messed up this summer. Then you can understand why he's done it. This isn't just a random guy, or again, I'm annoyed we didn't get Gahey, but you can understand why he's done that, because if you're the person that's continually messed this person about, and you know this person is not someone you're not gonna get better than this person potentially, nor is this guy's known for having the balls to say, all right, if I'm saying I'm going to do something, I'll walk in it. Like, then you don't want to call that person's bluff. But I just want to move the conversation on, boys. Going back to the tactics, because we haven't got much longer. We still got to get through the super chats. Sobo at right back. Would you guys keep him there, or would you move him back into midfield, or does he play somewhere else?
When everyone's fit?
Yeah.
He goes back to midfield. We didn't spend 30 million quid on a fucking right back to not play him. I'm sorry. We spent 30 million quid on a right back because of what he is, and we got Conor Bradley. We know can do it. Szoboszlai's been a very able deputy in that position. Very able.
I'm not gonna lie. Until he drops form, he's staying at right back, regardless of who's fit. For me personally, what I've realized in the last 2 games is that Szoboszlai at right back is a cheat code in the way Trent was. You're getting the player on the pitch to utilize his ability in a position that isn't as important as others, and he's doing a brilliant job. So until he drops form, I'm sorry, he's staying at right back. Tom, you can be annoyed at the thought of that, but he's been man in a match 2 games in a row.
Yes.
So why would you remove him from the position that he's been the best at?
So can I just add on to that? Because I think
because I want an actual right back playing right back.
To add context to that, Szoboszlai was obviously involved in the Newcastle goal, right?
Yep.
I think we've lost sight of the fact that Szoboszlai actually moved back into midfield, and hence that's why he was in that position. Both times in both games, even though he put in man of the match performances, he moved back into midfield. And in the Arsenal game, he moved back into midfield as well. Like, I know he was very good at right back, but he impacted the game both times from midfield. Now, the free kick, obviously, you can play any position on the pitch and take a free kick. But in particular, the Newcastle game, he was in midfield, hence why he was so far up the pitch and was able to.
Hold on, was he in midfield in the Arsenal game?
Yeah, Bradley, come on.
Yeah, but it happened later.
That must have been with like minutes to go, because he was at right back marking Eze for majority of the time. Eze was on a pit, and Eze only came on with like 20 minutes to go. Was he really? Are you sure he was in midfield?
So Szoboszlai went. In fact, no, Bradley didn't come on. I think Szoboszlai played the entire Arsenal game at right back. He played the entire Arsenal game at right back.
Oh, okay.
Newcastle was when Bradley came on, because I think that when Bradley came on, Liverpool looked a lot better against Newcastle in terms of sustaining attacks. Because you've got to remember how we want to play the right back this year. They need to be this guy that bombs on at points. Bradley's very good at that. Bradley's problem is his injuries. Frimpong is very good at that. Frimpong's only problem has been his injury. Frimpong, in the first 2 games he played, in the same way we were saying Szoboszlai has been man of the match when he's played at right back, I didn't feel weak when Frimpong was at right back when we played. I thought Frimpong was brilliant when he was there.
Badly.
My point is, if I've got Szoboszlai at right back for the game, I can't bring him on into games, and because I think Szoboszlai off the bench is an even better weapon, because you're bringing someone on then against tired legs with a full engine. He can run midfield. He can run tired midfields on his own, and I still get to have my right back there, who's doing right back things. I still think that the whole thing is built around
bench, bro.
He can now. He can now. Or he can play the 8.
He
plays the 8 as well.
He's our most informed player, bro. Why would you bench him? Why would you ever bench the most informed player? That makes 0 sense, bro.
Okay, so Drift, I'm gonna switch the conversation. I agree with you, by the way. I'm gonna switch it though. Why would you play someone who's out of form then, if that's the case? Why not play Sobo in his rightful position and drop someone who's out of form?
I mean, we're speaking about Mac. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that because I get it. Mac's not playing.
I mean, would you drop Wirtz and put Szoboszlai back in the 10?
Oh, seems like I came in at the right time. Did I just hear drop Mac?
The only reason why I wouldn't drop Wirtz is because it's important for him to play to get used to what we need.
But then I can say the same thing about McAllister. Needs to play because he didn't have a pre-season, so he needs to play.
No, but McAllister's played in the Premier League for 4 years, bro. He knows the league. I'm talking about Wirtz adapting to the Premier League. He's got to play to adapt. Do you get what I mean? McAllister knows what's going on already. So
then why are we not saying that about Frimpong? We need to play Frimpong to adapt. So why are we not play him so we can put Szoboszlai right back?
Because Szoboszlai's been our best player, so keep the informed player on the pitch. I'm not mad at him moving into midfield. I've got no
problem playing him. I just don't. This is going to sound horrible, and I don't mean it to take away from what Szoboszlai's done. Szoboszlai at right back has been very good because we didn't expect him to be good at right back. But he's not been this game-changing right back who's doing things I haven't seen before. If I was to put Conor Bradley or Frimpong at right back in those games, we wouldn't be any worse off defensively. Szoboszlai's been very good defensively. I don't think we'd be any worse off defensively. I think he's been very good.
Yeah, but it's not just about defensively, bro. It's about the fact that Szoboszlai has been pinging 40, 50-yard cross-field passes, bro. And it's like, whoa, where the hell that? Frimpong and Bradley can't do that.
You know where we saw that? Just quickly, I know we don't want to admit it. We know where we've seen them passes before. I'm just going to say leave it there.
But at the same time, another thing with Sobo at right back, and again, I'm not excusing his form because I do think some of it, well, I think a lot of it comes down to him. When Sobo plays at right back, Salah is so isolated, it's unreal. It is unreal because Sobo is not a conventional right back, so he's not going to know when to time those runs to go beyond or underlap or overlap. It's hindering Salah's game. And if you're hindering Salah's game, you're hindering a lot of our attack as well. So I love Sobo. I love how Sobo's played at right back, but for the betterment of the team, I think it's better to have a Conor Bradley or a Frimpong at right back because then you're getting the best out of Salah. If you get the best out of Salah, you get the best out of Liverpool Football Club. I just think we have. Sorry, Drift. I just think it's ingrained in our minds that because Gravenmack was so good last season that we can't break them up. We have 3 centre midfielders who I trust wholeheartedly now, and one in Curtis Jones who I'm just speaking for myself. Don't
just Curtis Jones wholeheartedly. Don't break my heart like that.
No, I'm just speaking from my point of view. I have 3 midfielders I trust wholeheartedly. One in Curtis Jones who I know can impact a game when he's on, and Endo who can close out a game. But why do we have it in our minds that we can't rotate the 3 midfielders?
Thank you, Callum, because that was the point I wanted to make.
It doesn't always have to be so.
I don't think anybody is against.
But I will say, if I'm playing against the big teams, without shadow of a doubt, in my opinion, Sobo has to be in one of the pivot positions. If we're playing one of the bigger teams, that's just my humble opinion.
I don't even disagree with anything you said, especially the stuff about Salah, because I get where you're coming from. But at the same time, the 2 games Frimpong played, Salah was still dog. Like, I think this is a bit more about Mo's form than it is who's playing right back. Salah's just been dog the whole season.
I said it's both.
Can I present to you guys a completely different perspective? Let me present to you guys.
Including the Charity Shield. I know we didn't care about it, but Salah was still pouring that as well. Do you know what I mean?
He was. Let me just say this. I want to present a completely different perspective. Take your mind into the mind of a modern day footballer. I think footballers now accept rotation and rest more than any other generation of footballers ever before. Like now, as soon as this international break starts, you actually heard what Virgil said. He says, now, as soon as the international break is finished, the chaos starts. That's verbatim what he said. So look at it this way. As soon as the international break is over, we've got Burnley, Atletico, and then Everton. Now, there's plenty of options of rotation. Like, if I play Szoboszlai against Burnley because he's the informed right back, but then I bring Conor Bradley back for Atletico Madrid, and then Frimpong is fit, so I play him in the Southampton Carabao Cup game, there's nothing wrong with that. We just have to rotate. And I think Slot has shown the willingness to rotate so much. Now, I do believe McAllister was crap against... I said the 2 players I would give them a 0 against Arsenal is McAllister and Salah. And those are 2 players I really like. But the problem with McAllister is he's notoriously started seasons off slow. This ain't new. Like, same thing last season, same thing the year before. Like, low-key, his first, 4 or 5 games, he's still getting into the groove of things. But as soon as he gets into the groove of things, you're like, shit, this guy's actually, world-class. So that's why I'd still play him. I would go with the same exact team against Burnley that we started against Arsenal. Same exact team, copy-paste. I wouldn't change a single thing. And then, obviously, in the 45th minute, 50th minute, 60th minute, you got to bring on Isak to give him some match fitness because he hasn't played at all. I do agree with Tom. I think McAllister needs to get some fitness. It's not about getting used to the league. He needs to get fitness. So you'd play McAllister another 60 minutes and then you bring in Curtis Jones.
Remember when he's flying all the way back from South America? He normally does get dropped for that first game after the international break.
I wouldn't mind if he gets dropped, but I'd rather him play because I need him against Atletico. You get what I'm saying? That's what I mean.
He needs minutes as well. Go on, Cal. You're going to say something.
Go on. So before we go forward, guys, I don't really like doing this. I don't think we should even have to do it. I know, as arrogant as that sounds. On YouTube alone, we've got over 1,300 people watching, and we're sitting on 330 likes, guys. Like, respectfully, we got Hammers here, we got Tom Little, we got
That
Hassan,
was rude.
we got us guys. I kind of don't know what more we need to do. I don't want to sit here begging for likes, but it's something that's free, guys.
It's complacency, that.
It
Complacency.
helps the channel grow. So please also make sure you subscribe to James' channel, subscribe to Hassan's channel, and subscribe to Tom's channel as well. Just final walk around, guys. Hands, or in fact, I'll go around the circle. Matt, keeping Sober at right back, yes or no?
For the next game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to clarify your question. Are you talking about till the end of the season or what exactly? Like,
No,
what are you
next
talking-
game. He's just saying next game.
No,
next
you know
game.
what? I'll say, are we keeping Sobo at right back until his form falls off?
Are we looking at Soboslai as a starting right back? Is that what we're saying? Am I looking
right,
right
yeah,
now?
yeah,
at Szoboszlai?
no,
In my strongest 11, is he at right back?
No,
Yes.
no, no.
I wanted Szoboszlai
don't-
to be the starting right back, but I think that question is a little bit dangerous, though.
Why is
But
it
that's why I
dangerous?
tried to caveat it by
Because
saying,
I'm trying to, like, I want Szoboszlai to play in midfield, but in rotation. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like,
So is
he will
like,
not.
he's starting
So
right
okay, I give you a genuine example. Let's say I'm gonna give you an example that actually could happen. He's on the bench against Burnley, right? We start the prototypical right back, whether it's Bradley or Frimpong. So let's say he's on the bench against Burnley, but he starts against Atletico and he starts against Everton. Do you think Szoboszlai is knocking on Slot's door, going like, "Why did you rotate me against Burnley?" I don't think he'll do that. That's my point. You get what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say right now, as things stand, right now, Burnley, we're playing them tomorrow, let's say. I'd go copy-paste team, the one that we played against Arsenal.
What relevance did that have? The point is, if you were doing, we've got a game tomorrow, I need my strongest 11. Are you putting Szoboszlai at right back in it?
Strongest
Yes, I
11? No. Strongest 11? No. But current moment in time against Burnley, that's Callum's question. I would go with the same exact lineup we did against Arsenal.
I am.
I'm not. You need to get the fullbacks back first for one, so they need to start playing.
Hammers, what are you saying, bro?
I'm in. I'm on the Sobo train. Until further notice, baby. Until further notice.
I'm going to be honest with you, lot, right here, right now. We've had this conversation back and forth. I reckon if I put Slot on the lie detector and asked him who his most important player is, he says Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai's never being benched. I can guarantee
I promise you who he says.
Szoboszlai is never getting benched.
I think he
I
says
understand
Van Dijk.
why he say it,
He
but
says Van
I've got a
Dijk.
different.
No. Van
Let's
Dijk's
not
better
debate
than
over
Szoboszlai,
that.
obviously.
Come on, it was a hypothetical. You get his point.
But trust me, Szoboszlai's not being dropped.
If you're asking
He will
who his
find
most
a way
important
to
midfielder
play
is, he
Szoboszlai.
might say-
I think there's another way of saying
midfielder,
it.
he might say
He's
Szoboszlai.
too
He might say
crucial.
Szoboszlai.
Yeah, he's too crucial to take out the team. The way how he's playing, how he finished.
By the end
season,
of this season,
he's too
Szoboszlai would have
crucial.
played right wing. He would have played right back. He would have
He
played
won't play
pivot.
right wing.
He would have played 10. Trust me, he's going to play everywhere.
He won't play right wing.
I think you've been
Salah
working
goes
with Jamie
AFCON,
Phillips
Cal.
too much.
It'll be
telling
Frimpong.
you.
No, I've got a no, it won't even be that. Do you want to bet it's a change of formation?
I
Remember
don't
I
think
said
it
this.
will be.
I
you
mean,
know.
possibly.
It will be.
Possibly.
It will be. It will be.
I think we'll
That's what I
change
think.
formation during games. I don't think we'll start as a 4-4-2.
Bro, Diamond. I'm calling it now.
We
I
cannot
don't
play
think so.
Diamond with Salah. It's impossible.
Salah won't be here. AFCON.
Yeah, but you're talking about AFCON, bro.
I'll be brutally
AFCON,
honest.
we all agree we're going to play Diamond. Literally, everyone agrees.
Listen, I'm not
I
saying.
don't.
Everyone agrees right now. When Salah is at AFCON, we're going to play Diamond. No one will disagree with you. We're talking about
I
the next 3
disagree.
months.
Yeah.
AFCon is in January.
I think Frimpong goes
It will be a
wide right.
4-3-3 that will change into that was changing to like a diamond. It will be a bit like a when I say a bit like Brendan Rodgers, I'm talking about when you had Sturridge, Sterling and
Sterling was
Suarez.
playing in
Yeah?
the 10.
Sterling playing 10, but there were also
And they
times that
keep
Sterling
it.
was going out wide as well. It will be
I'm not
fluid,
gonna lie though,
basically.
I don't like the diamond. I'll be very surprised if we play the diamond.
No,
I'm
but it's
fine
not
with that.
gonna
I think
be-
that's fair for it.
Yeah, I think
The,
I think we'll
the
be fine,
diamond
though.
leaves you quite exposed out wide. I don't know if we'll play the diamond.
We'll see.
I think
we don't have the midfielder.
I think
we
Drifty's
have
been
one
working
midfielder
with
that can do it.
Jamie Phillips a lot. That's why he's saying this whole Szoboszlai thing. Same with Callum. They've been negatively affected. You get me? But I don't think Szoboszlai is even a top 5 most
No, it's got
important.
nothing to do. I mean, I don't even think me and Jay have spoken about it much.
I don't think
just-
Szoboszlai is even a top 5 important player for us.
What?
Oh,
He's not.
that's crazy, bro.
He's rage
He's not.
baiting. Ignore him.
No,
That's
I'm not rage
crazy.
baiting. Just because I
He's
disagree
rage
doesn't mean it's
baiting.
rage bait. Nope.
No, it's just because it's just not true. So it's got to be
I believe Van Dijk is more important. I believe Salah is more important. I believe Gravenberch is more important. I believe McAllister is more important. And I actually believe right now, because we didn't sign Mark Gahey, Konate is more important.
You're misinterpreting important for better. So McAllister's
I'm not
better.
misinterpreting it at all.
You are. So you're saying McAllister's better.
I'm not, because I didn't mention Wirtz.
So let me finish. So I think you're saying McAllister's better, right? I don't think you're saying he's more important than what Szoboszlai.
No,
I'm saying he's more important.
Me and Sam have had this argument, bro. You're not going to convince him otherwise.
No, I'm saying he's more. I'm not saying he's better.
So it's fine. No, we are. Stand on business. Stand on business. Shout into the microphone. You are wrong, and you can't.
No, I'm not wrong. Just because I have a different opinion doesn't mean I'm wrong. I think
you are.
The 5 players that I mentioned.
There is zero accuracy to what you've just said. Zero.
Okay, let me explain it then.
That's a Darwin Núñez point. Sorry, Drift.
I'm not talking about who's better. I'm not talking about who's better because I'm not misinterpreting the question. I'm not talking about who's better because I never brought up Ekitike or Gakpo or Wirtz. Look at the 5 players that I mentioned. It's not like the player like I didn't just go like Wirtz is better than Szoboszlai, so it's more important. That's not my point. I'm talking about their importance to the team. I believe right now because
I thought you were just misinterpreting, but it means
no, I wasn't because Gay.
You're repeating it again, but I'm saying no matter how many times you repeat it, we've already heard it. You're wrong.
Yeah, okay, in your opinion, but we're here to disagree. We're not here to disagree on.
I don't think you can say McAllister's been more important overall than Szoboszlai.
I do.
To be fair,
I do think that because I think McAllister brings more to the pitch than Szoboszlai does. In midfield,
he brings attributes on the ball that Szoboszlai can't.
Therefore, he's more important.
Attributes off the ball and even on the ball that McAllister can't.
Szoboszlai is better off the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Is a great argument here, though, because you got to look at when
Szoboszlai is better off the ball. That's not my argument.
What they both bring to the team. Yeah, what they both bring to the team.
I'll be honest.
Szoboszlai is most important.
They're important in different ways. I think Liverpool have suffered by Szoboszlai not being in the 10 because I think our press has been worse to start the season off with. I don't think we've pressed anywhere near as well as we did the points last season. And that's because Szoboszlai was the driving force behind that. And I think we can get back to close to those levels once Wirtz adapts and once, other players pick up speed. But Szoboszlai was very important on that basis.
But you know why, Tom? You know why? Because
McAllister's needed them.
I'm pretty sure I've got school run.
Yeah, big up, boys. Big up. With all due respect to these 2 players, because they're absolutely important players to us, I don't think our press is ever going to be good with Gakpo and Salah in the team. Those 2 can't press. I think we just have to accept.
Why? How are we putting Gakpo in that conversation, man?
Gakpo is not good at pressing, Tom. He's not.
He's about as good at pressing as Luis Diaz is stats-wise. It's just Luis Diaz looked busier doing it. Diaz sprinted more. And Gakpo's never been a problem defensively.
Even Diaz wasn't great at it. That's the point I'm making. Even Diaz wasn't great at it. If we want to get back to being able to defend from the front, we do need those guys to improve on their press. That, for me, is the reason why we're not that great.
We know Mohamed Salah's never going to press. We know Mohamed Salah at this point in time is never pressing. He will do it. He will do it.
So it affects the way we play. We have to just accept that it makes a little fragility in the team that we have wide men who aren't great at pressing from the front.
That's only the case. That's only the case, though. That's only the case.
You don't know I love Gakpo, but even defensively, Gakpo doesn't help Robbo out much. I'm not saying he's crap, but he doesn't help him out a lot.
Gakpo's a massive help defensively. I'm not having this. The scapegoat.
No, he's not a massive defensively.
Help, he's not. Hey, he's 6'4". He's 6'4", so he's a lot better to deal with crosses. That's a big thing. Defensively, Gakpo's always been solid defensively. He's always been solid defensively. He has.
You think Gakpo is good at covering back and putting in a challenge? Name me the last time Gakpo did that. Track back and put in a tackle.
Newcastle.
When? What stage of the game?
I don't exactly know what minute it was, but it was fucking Elanga on the right.
I'm not saying he's incapable ever. He's just not great at it. So whenever you're playing whoever's left back in our team, if you're comparing to what Sadio Mane was, yes, he's not great compared to Sadio Mane. But Sadio Mane was the anomaly in this situation. I'd compare him to the left wingers that are on the market, the left wingers that we've had. If I put Cody Gakpo there, I don't feel any worse off the. I think that's one of the
better options I've got defensively. Gakpo on the left, because he'll track back, he'll win his physical battles.
I disagree.
He'll win his physical
And again, I'm not
duels.
saying he's rubbish at it. I'm just saying he's not great at it.
But Tom's
And
initial point, though, in itself is wrong because Wirtz actually has ran the most on the pitch. So he is pressing.
That's not that. That's the most one-dimensional way of looking at it.
He's covered the most distance out of any Liverpool player in the whole team.
You can run and be a shit presser. Wirt is running a lot, but the way he presses isn't as good. Szoboszlai
Yes,
ran
Szoboszlai
a lot,
is better
and the
off
way
the
he
ball.
pressed, the way Szoboszlai pressed was elite.
But I think Wirtz just need to get used to it a little bit. That's it.
I've said that our press will get better.
That's why, Tom,
but
the initial
now,
question, what would you do? I said I just run it back because I want these players to get used to each other.
you know, when I think about some of the players that I would never actually want to like play for Liverpool in terms of I don't think they're good enough. Like, for example, Gordon. He's the type of player, though, that would definitely improve our defending from the front because he is good at pressing. You see, it depends what way you want to look at the players.
No, he is quite good at pressing, though, Tom.
No, he's very good
I
at
don't think
pressing.
he is. I think he's no, because for me, pressing.
That's Newcastle's whole game, Tom, is to press from the front. That's literally what Newcastle's game is.
But he isn't a good presser, if you ask me. I think he runs, he does the work. But for me, pressing is about not just, are you going to run and close a man down? It's how are you managing the space behind you?
Yeah, you set traps the way Bobby.
Roberto Firmino is one of the best you'll ever see at it because that man will press and take two people out the game behind them that be near them because of the way he would.
Yeah, of course.
Szoboszlai is when he's in the 10 on a similar level to that in terms of how he manages to cut passing lanes off and cut options off whilst pressing. So he closes them down, and the reason that his presses mean that he wins the ball back is because the guy, instead of being able to go, right, I'll just play it out, he goes, fuck, if I try and pass it, he's going to intercept it. If I try and turn, he's going to tackle me. I'm fucked. Gordon is very good at the whole sprint at someone, but he sprints in a straight line. So if you look at the red card, for example, Andy Gordon presses 4 of our players, but we just pass around them until he dives in needlessly.
No, but that was because no one followed him, though, bro. If everyone follows, then he doesn't have to do that. Because remember, everyone has to follow.
But that's, again, another point. It's about knowing when to press. He, again, in that situation,
he was super emotional in that game. He was emotional in that game. That game's a bad example.
We've played Newcastle United plenty of times. I don't feel like he's ever really pressed us like that where I went, oh, fuck. The only guy, no, I'm wrong. The only guy who's ever pressed well, the only guy he's ever pressed well is Quansah. When Quansah was at right back, Quansah couldn't handle it.
No, he pressed. Remember, he got a goal out of doing that to Trent. He pressed Trent well and won.
He didn't press. He didn't press Trent. Trent let the ball slip under his feet and Gordon
because he was being pressed. Because he was under pressure.
He wasn't getting pressed. I promise you, he wasn't getting pressed.
That was literally why he miscontrolled it because he was under pressure.
It wasn't. I promise you.
So how was Gordon right there to just take advantage of it, there, bro? How literally was Gordon just right there to take advantage if it wasn't the pressure that made him
because the left winger is going to be in a similar position to where the right back is. He just wasn't on him touch sight, forcing the issue.
Do you think Gordon is a good presser from the front?
Do you not remember when he was at Everton as well and he used to do it? Like, he used to lead from the front with the press and he was really good at it.
He runs a lot. But
I would say Gordon's good at pressing in general.
Yeah, I disagree.
Anyway, let's forget.
I think he's decent. I think he's pretty good. You can't say.
Yeah, let's move on from Gordon anyway. He's
you know what I mean?
Player.
I found that nuts.
But yeah,
I think he's a good.
Hammers, you don't think he's decent at pressing, Gordon?
He's good at running, but I don't think he's a great presser.
I find it nuts what Tom's saying. I think.
Oh, what Tom? You think he's not good at pressing at all?
I think he's good at closing someone down. He's good at running at someone and closing down. I don't think he's good at press though. So for me, Matt, a press is 2 things. It's can you close someone down quick? Gordon's good at that.
You can.
Can you force them into headers because you cut off their escapes? I don't think Gordon does that well enough. I don't think Gordon does that.
As much as I don't like, obviously, because he played for Everton and obviously he played Newcastle, but you kind of can't take away like a skill set that he potentially does have. He's pretty like I'm not saying he's the best presser like in the Premier. I'm just saying though, when you think of Anthony Gordon, he is relentless. Like he doesn't stop running.
We played better when he was off the pitch because we found it easier to play out from the back without him on the pitch. Do you know what I mean?
Like, that was because they were down to 10 men. That was because they were down 7
I
men.
guess
So
you could
they,
look
they,
at that.
they,
He's
they,
just-
Also,
he's mad aggressive,
no, because I think if Harvey
No.
Barnes got sent off, I don't think it has the same impact. I think because it was Gordon, that was the crucial that was the crucial side.
I think if Gordon was on that pitch, we play out better because he jumps too quick.
But we wasn't when he was on the pitch, though. When he was on
We
the
were-
pitch, we were doing terrible.
No,
Well,
our
Tom, back
problem
to
was
the
our
original
plan.
point.
Our problem was our plan. We
confused.
didn't want to play out of it. We decided to play over everything and go to Gakpo, which worked because he was running all the
You
shows.
had to, yeah.
But I don't think we had to.
Yeah.
I just think it was
Gordon's
a
a
case
menace, you know. Much as I don't like him, he's a menace.
No, but guys, let's just bring it
I'm
back to the
comparing
original
him.
point,
I'm comparing Gordon because we're doing this whole thing.
Yeah.
If we're saying he's a good, I have in my mind who good pressers are. Roberto Firmino was the A standard for pressing because he'd close it down quickly, but he'd also take out any passing options without he positioned himself.
Yeah, but that's because he's got a better footballing IQ, though. So that you're right. Yeah,
But that's what makes a good presser. Sadio Mane was great at it because Sadio Mane used to do these
of course,
big arching runs. But because
I
he was
agree.
so quick, he could make them, and your pass was cut off. And
But
you
those are
can get there.
you're using exceptional, like you're using like two of the
Szoboszlai
best. though.
Szoboszlai as well, I think is great at that. Now, if you want me to break down Diaz was good at getting to someone quickly and had moments where he cut off the passing lanes, but that wasn't consistent. Gakpo's very good at covering off the passing lanes because of his size, but he's not quick. He's not the quick.
I
he's not
sent
the
you guys
pace
the
to
stats
close
on
it down.
actually the pressures for each players. Like the top 6 players of pressing last season, the ones resulting in turnovers. Szoboszlai is first, Diaz is second, Salah is third, surprisingly. McAllister is fourth, Jota RIP fifth, and Gakpo sixth.
Jota was another one who was very good at it as well.
Yeah,
he
was really good.
That surprises me how high Salah's on the list.
Well, you
you
know what?
Yeah,
To
like,
be fair,
yeah,
no, it does. It does, and it goes to back up what the original point was, which I was saying. I don't think we defend well from the front because I just don't think our wide players are great at pressing. And for Gakpo to be sixth out of the Liverpool players kind of makes sense to me because again, he's not rubbish at it, but he's not good at it. Do you get what I mean? So it's like I don't think we're ever going to be able to stop like transitions and stuff unless either Gakpo improves in that, and the older Mo gets, the less he's going to do it as well. So even though we've got him for how brilliant he is from an attacking point of view, he doesn't really stop the left back now. Like in the Arsenal game as an example, and he's in poor form, so maybe it's a bad time to talk about it. But Calafiori literally just had that left side to himself. Do you get what I mean? It was like Mo wasn't doing anything to help or to stop. Like Calafiori was just making runs, making passes. Do you know what I mean? If our right winger was closing down and was capable more, then that wouldn't have happened.
I think that was almost by design, though, Drift, in the sense of you'd rather them have the ball than playing.
But maybe it was. Maybe
I think that's a lot of how we've played these games under Slot.
Calafiori was seeming like a bit of a threat, and I didn't like it.
I don't think he was a threat though. He had a shot that got blocked. That was about it.
But he was passing into midfield all the time, and it was like
he was in.
do you know what I mean? Like,
but that's what you want him to do because Arsenal's midfielders, the ones that he was passing to, aren't great on the turn. Marino was not good on the turn, and Rice isn't good on the turn. So you want them to pass it into the midfield because that's when your press can get on them. Well, that's when your guys can get on them, and they're forced to go backwards, and they're not getting anywhere. I think in our big games, Arne Slot doesn't want us pressing from the front much. He wants the teams. If you're going to have the ball, you're going to have the ball in a big game. You're not going to dominate the ball 70-30. So in these big games, he knows it's going to be like 50-50. He'd rather the 50% we give up is in their half with their defenders. Once they try and progress forwards, that's when we jump on them. But there's no point in trying to swarm them at the back because a lot of these teams have very good ball-playing defenders now. But
that's the reason why they kick it.
They're making sacrifices in the midfield.
But
I
look at the Bournemouth
many
game,
teams
for
get past our
example.
midfield. The Bournemouth game was done in a case of our midfield just lost their heads in tactical instructions and were committing too many forward. It wasn't
even before we conceded the goal. Remember, Bournemouth were just missing our midfield. Matt, do you remember during the watch along how annoyed we were getting that Bournemouth just kept missing the midfield? And the reason they can do that is because the front line aren't pressing the defenders. So the defenders got time to look up and ping the pass. That's what the problem is. Why do you think we get caught so much with the long ball? Because we're not stopping the centre-backs from doing the pass in the first place. Do you know what I mean? If we stop that, then they can't miss our midfield out. There's a little bit of a switch that needs to be made with that as well.
You would rather, with how our team is set up, you would rather...
Why are we talking about wingers defending? Where are we going with the sport? Where are
You
going?
don't need to get involved. You don't want to talk about it. Me interested in having a debate.
Where are we talking about? Why are we talking about winger defending? Are we Arsenal fans?
The thing is, Drift. You'd
Wow,
rather
Gakpo presses more. Who cares?
the way
How many
we
goals
play,
did he score? How many
Shut the
assists
fuck
did he
up.
get?
Let me finish my point. The way we play,
Here we go. Yeah, go
the
on.
way our defense is set up, I would rather we're facing long balls because Konate and Van Dijk are the two best in the league at aerial duels and aerial win percent. So you, as a team, you would almost rather them if they're in a case where they're going to either play out when our press isn't very, because we acknowledge our press from the attack isn't very good. So rather than allowing them to play through us and force our midfield to have to jump everywhere to try and make up for what they're not doing, you would almost rather go over the top then, because we know our defenders can win their battles. Our midfield might not win theirs because they'd be trying to cover for attackers, but the defenders will do their job. Long ball. Van Dijk has had 50 clearances. Because every time
Tom, what if
he's
they
gone
long
long,
ball it in? What if they long ball it into the channels behind Frimpong and Kirkes? Then we're in trouble.
Not really, because Arsenal tried that a lot and we were fine with it. That's why you have
Yeah, but
Kollab
Arsenal's attack stinks. If we play against teams with a good attack, we could get caught out. Like
so which teams are we look? Because we played Newcastle, who have Barnes and Alanga and Gordon, and we weren't caught out once by any of them. So
no, but that game, how the ball was only in play for like 33 minutes of that game or something.
But that was Newcastle's attacking strategy to play the long balls in behind the fullbacks, and we were fine with it.
If
when
we're
you've got
playing,
Frimpong and when you got Kirkes, they're so quick that you can deal with it.
No, I'm not saying they can't. I'm just saying it's a little risky. That's all. I'm just saying it's a little risky.
You're not going to have a game where you're risk free. It's about which risk are you willing to take. Are we either going to risk them playing through us in the middle and dragging centre backs out, or are we going to risk them going out wide, taking our full backs 1-on-1, and then putting crosses in? I'd rather take the second one.
I don't think they can play through the middle of us. I think Gravenberch sweeps up well. I don't think they can go through the middle.
I think there's more of a risk through the middle at the minute because Wirtz hasn't got himself fully acclimatized with the press. So a lot of what he's doing, he's putting the work in, but it's not in the right spots for me. And
he
then
won the ball back a couple of times against Arsenal.
He's improving at it. He's improving at it, but it's not because you got to compare to what we had last season. We had the A standard for it in Szoboszlai. Wirtz is currently at a C. He can get closer to it, but it's going to take some time. So whilst we don't have the A standard there, and we got the C standard, the guys in behind are having to do more work to pick that up. And teams are going to still attack us the same way they tried to last year. So if they're in the
I don't think it's an existential problem like you're making out, though, because all it's going to take is for Wirtz to get used to the team a little bit more, and he's going to be in the right positions more and more often, and he's going to get into the correct pressing positions more and more often. That's why we go back all the way full cycle to the question Callum asked before he left. That's why I said I'm just going to run back the same exact team so they can all get used to the pressing style, the system, get used to each other. And I think the fact that Wirtz has covered the most ground shows that he's a willing presser. He just needs to press in the right areas, and that will come with time. Just like his passing is going to come with time, just like his creativity is going to come with time. So I don't think it's as much as an existential question as we make it. I think for me, we need to defend actually more by keeping the ball more than anything else. Because the more we have the ball, the less we can get attacked.
Yeah,
sometimes we do get a lot more gung ho sometimes. Yeah. Keeping the ball for me is the best form of defense.
Do you look? We'll close on this one to round up this topic. You know, Last Dragon might have a point here. Do you think we could be deliberately not pressing because running around a lot more is kind of a part of what causes injuries?
Yes.
So do you think that maybe that is one of the reasons why we've like called a little bit? Is it by design maybe that we're not so like hyper pressing?
I don't think it's a case of injuries cause better, so let's not do it. I think that we had the best pressing manager ever in Jurgen Klopp as our manager for 9 years. We've seen what the best press of all time looks like. Arne Slot doesn't want to play that way, so our press is going to be worse than what that is. That's why.
Yeah. Plus, those were elite pressers.
The press we had we'd have like 6 players jumping because they knew exactly where they had to be every moment. And even in those times where we got caught out, but it was just so top because that was how Jurgen Klopp knew how to manage. He knew how to manage and create a great press. Arne Slot doesn't know how to create a press on the Klopp level, so he's not going to try and do that. He's going to do what he knows how to, which is the system, building it up slowly, having more control of the game, that type of thing. Which is where I do agree with the Sam. When you go back to the Bournemouth game, after what we said after the Bournemouth game, Arne Slot said that the reason why we conceded the goals. The reason why we conceded the goals is because when we lost the ball, we were trying to be too nice with it. We were trying to do too much. We almost need to start being more decisive in those moments, having a shot, creating a chance. Because you know what, if it goes out of play, it goes out of play, and we can reset. Rather than committing everyone forwards, not creating anything out of it, and then having the counter attack on us. So I
that's what I just said. I just said we need to keep the ball better.
Can we please stop talking about pressing? I know that it's a great conversation and we've had a good time with it, but I'm sorry we've spoken about pressing.
No, I get it. I just wanted to wrap up.
We got to move on now. Let's move on. I'm going to read out the supers. Because I think
it's like what Arsenal fans. Martinelli is the best defensive winger in the league.
But to be fair, even though I know we probably overly spoke about it, however, I do think
we covered every base of pressing and we're going back round and I can't be asked, but we'll do it another time.
So, right. So, E. Taylor, Matt, remember how Hassam left the stream last week? Yeah, but Hassam left because he had to do a I know the bomb, which angered me. He dropped a grenade and ran for the hills, bro. Even though
human,
bro.
What did I say?
I'm trying to remember, but it was
definitely. You told me that they rated Curtis Jones a 4.
Yeah, bro, it turned into some mad back and forth.
Something like that, yeah.
What did you rate Curtis Jones on?
No, there's a better question. What did you rate Gakpo against Arsenal?
R. Thompson, 4 years of Kop-Ish. Thanks for the content, guys. I'm never gonna. You ain't bro. We ain't doing that again. Big up E. Taylor. When Carl says he's busy, he's like, what? I mean, that's a bit mad still. I can't lie. Shouldn't be whining about what Carl's doing, bro. Big up E. Taylor.
That is mental.
It's just a joke, man.
I know, but like, I would rather Carl read that out because it's about him and it, you know what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
You know, them ones he didn't mean to get offensive, you know what I'm saying? But just all right. Big up Lucha. Lucha walks so gap. That is a anyways. I'll buy the first Tommy Blue merch shirt. It's a matter to read that. Obviously, we're not going to promote anything, but yeah, because it's a super chat.
Relax, you were repeating stuff. Relax, trying to retrack what you done to Tom.
What, me?
The damage you caused.
You were pulling the photos back up. You were pulling photos back up and saying, "Oh, it's the director."
Broski.
I didn't get the source. I'll read the next super chat.
Bro, I didn't get the source material. That's what I'm gonna say.
No, but you put it up, didn't you? You uploaded it.
Look at my man sitting in the bottom right. Big up John Conway. Big up Matt, Carl, Tom, and Sam. Can you drop the beat? It was my birthday yesterday. I was full. Oh, big up yourself, John Conway. Happy birthday,
John.
Happy
birthday, John.
Big up to Jonathan.
Happy birthday, John, once again for
happy birthday, John.
Big up Ed. He says, "Don't forget a shirt for Tom Little's Academy children."
I'm gonna do a shirt with like Connor Bradley, Ben Doak, and Kate Gordon, and go like Tom's children. That would bang as merch. I'll be honest.
Bang.
How is half your merch about me?
Bob, I don't make the rules.
Why do you take that as an insult? Why do you take that as an insult? Do you think John Cena's insulted that he sells the most merch on WWE? Have some shame.
At least his merch is about him.
Yeah, let's not get into it.
At least he's profiting from his merch.
That thing that we couldn't play. That's the darkest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, I could put that on merch.
No, you can't, bruv. If you do that, it's actually over.
I wouldn't do that to Tom. I know you wouldn't.
As if they've not sent you any merch or something.
They haven't sent me any merch. They haven't sent me merch. They haven't sent me money. They haven't sent me nothing.
My days, this chat, bro. Big up Ty. Hammers said Terry was better than VVD.
The context of that's hilarious. He's referencing a Sport Bible 3 or 4 years ago, and we were talking about overall. At that point, 3 or 4 years ago, he was better. And the overall answer that I gave was Terry with the 15 years longevity. If you ask me now, I think Virgil's got the longevity plus the peak as well. So I'd change that answer.
In case you guys are unaware, James Redman's been on Sports Bible, Lad Bible. He's been on TV.
You were on television to two continents, by the way. You literally 2 continents. Lad Bible's just UK based.
You know, every time I go like watch one of these like what do Liverpool fans think type videos where they give options, you're always the guy there, James. Just so you know, you get me. You're doing the
most
humble
popular
thing.
ones are with this guy in it, that's for sure.
Yeah, there you go. See, don't do the humble thing.
It's facts. They do have the most views on that concept. Just saying.
Yeah. Tom wants to be you so bad. Think about it.
No, I'm a huge deal, Husam. Why wouldn't he be? Why wouldn't he want to be?
Big up Ash, big up the panel, big up the chat. We are with legends, guys. Oh my. Brian what? Wait,
Kamal
what?
Sanderson, like
I
Kamal.
I just had to just double check. No, Tommy Blue is crazy, and then they just call you James or James.
I love the way I've got my actual name.
I wonder who Ash is a fan of. I wonder who Ash is a fan of out everyone on this.
Ash just likes me and James clearly.
I was gonna say, bro.
I was gonna say we're in the clear, Husam. We're Sham.
Hey James, me and you should get that £5. Hey, send me £2.50.
Yeah, I'll take 250. I'll take 250.
The disrespect, EPL and Champions League. Come on, guys, it's time. They're saying that we should want the. I mean, we all want it. It's just obviously we got to be practicing some realism as well.
If we get 21 prems, no one's saying nothing. Relax.
No one's saying anything.
Well.
We're not gonna say nothing.
We're literally gonna like destroy Man United.
I can wait a bit for the Champions League. I'm happy to wait a year
can,
for the Champions League. If I become the best team in England on league titles,
definitively,
I'm fine.
I'm calm. Yeah.
I hear that. Big up Real McCoy. If you fail on one of the big ones, you better don't make the Arsenal win the other one because the Gal and AFTV tie will bumbuckler banter. Bro, I'm gonna be honest.
There is a problem with the super chat though. There is a big problem. Look, it's on Liverpool to stop Arsenal from winning the Premier League. I agree because I believe that obviously we have to stop them to win it. But it's not on Liverpool to stop Arsenal to win the Champions League. So what if Arsenal beat like PSG, Real Madrid, Inter Milan, get to the final against like I don't know who, Bayern, and beat them? How's that on us? That's not our fault.
This is what I mean. It's that narrative though. Again, remember when I said to you and to be fair to Tom, this is what Tom was saying. That's why I asked the question. You got our own expectations, and then you got the unrealistic other fans' expectations, which is a joke, bro. So 100%, I agree.
At this juncture right here, I think Chelsea need to be stopped more than Arsenal. I may change my mind along the line, but I think Chelsea is more of a threat to our title than Arsenal at this current point.
Also, there's another thing we have to clarify. Let's say the scenario he says happens. Okay, so Arsenal win their first Champions League. They can't say shit to us. We got 6. So what? Who gives a fuck? Like,
and surely, all jokes aside, they've got to win one at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
How many times can they win? All jokes aside,
I don't think you'll understand. They gas the world and their shit. If they win the Champions League, they will crash the internet. Do you understand? They would
but
crash.
They can't crash it on us if we're Prem champs.
But here's the thing, Drift. I get what you're saying, but that's just their fan base. You do realize like that it's come to the point where even if they win it, like we probably would just be like, okay, you finally won one after how many years have you been in that competition?
Guys, they still shove the Invincibles in our face 22 years later.
Drifty,
do you know what it'll be like?
If they win the Champions League,
I don't care about them, man.
If they win the Champions League, their immediate like people that they're going to cook is City and Chelsea, not us. We already got 6.
I still have a hand more Wait. I still have a hand more Champions Leagues than Arsenal if they win one. So
this is what I mean,
we do, but they are the most toxic, insufferable people in the world.
I don't care about them. I don't care about them, man.
I
don't care about them, man.
You can't live your life on Twitter.
No, I'm not saying I care about them. I'm saying I don't want them to feel any joy.
I don't want them to feel any joy, but someone's going to feel joy. So whoever that is, they're not better than us, really.
No, they're not better than us. We know that, but I don't want them to feel any joy.
That's all that matters because you know the second they bring their gold little tin pot trophy to the thing, 20 league titles, 6 Champions Leagues. All these other cups.
Sorry, James. 21 league titles.
And it's going to be 21 next season.
21.
If I gave you a percentage of that, would you be mad?
Yes.
Hey, what's 9 plus 10? 21. Wait.
Let me ask Tom. Let me put him on the spot. Let's say I sold those shirts for 20 quid. Okay? And I gave you 5 quid off the 20.
No.
And I sold
Yes.
Wait. And I sold
How much?
100
Check
of
the
them.
group chat. How much? Check the group
And I
chat.
sold 100
on
of
your
them.
WhatsApp. Yeah.
If I give you 500 pounds, you're telling me you'll be mad because you're on someone's shirt.
Yes.
Nah.
Because that's not
For
me.
500 pounds. Have some shame. You're a liar. You're a liar.
Now I'm gonna be
You
real. I
are
reckon Tom's telling the truth.
photoshopping my face onto Bonnie fucking Blue.
To be
I'm
fair, the
not-
I
FIFA
am not
card
having
one, we could probably do the FIFA cards one, but the other one's just a joke.
I am not having someone walk around with my
Bro,
face
How much is
photoshopped
giving
onto a slab.
approval for the FIFA card?
I like the fact Hammond says we could do the FIFA card one. That's even more embarrassing, bro.
No, it's not. It's
Zero
not.
defense is crazy. I can't lie.
Um,
Zero defense is insane.
No, the
The
other
funny
For
one,
the
part is, well,
concept, it's actually like it's.
no, do you
just
know why
wild.
the other one's bad? Because of the other faces on it. But
No,
like,
I know. Obviously, like it's.
Neither
Have
of
you
them are good.
Is he gonna be wearing a wig on this Tommy Blue t-shirt?
neither of them are good.
That's diabolical.
Tom, all I'm
He can't
saying,
even
I
show
think.
people the prototype.
So
It's
Tom,
actually
hear me
crazy.
out. I think we can make a sound chunk of change out of the FIFA cards one. I think they've used a good team of the season format. I think it's not that bad. Do you know what I mean? You've got 100 dribbling, which is good. And
No,
yeah,
but
you know, it's a nice shirt.
Hammers, the concept
That
is
is not the
insane.
dribbling. That's not football dribbling.
Tommy
Put
Blue,
out
but
apparently later.
99 dribbling is insane, bro.
Now, if we put a sound chemistry style card on his thing, his defender might be 20.
No.
So,
You lot, hold on.
wait.
You want to put man in a blonde wig and give him 99 dribbling? You lot.
No,
This
but
is
look,
what I
the
just
other
said,
one,
bro.
the other one
You lot are
implicits.
taking
No,
the
so
piss.
the other shirt implicits other individuals, so we can't do that one. But if it's just Tom at
Oh, yeah.
our bank
If it's
account
just me
pleasure,
that's
it's
getting
fine.
fucked over, it's fine.
You're not
No,
getting
that's
fucked
that's
over.
exactly
you're
what I'm
getting
saying.
paid.
Nah,
So Tom,
someone in the
Tom,
chat actually just put 100 ball handling is insane.
hey, as a certain legend once said, money half make. You know what I mean, lads? And I half make it. So like, ultimately, like it is what it is. Team of the season
Nah.
card it is.
No, I told me, no. These shirts will
Also,
never get
Tom,
made.
Tom, actually, if you scroll up, he also made the women's version of it. So if there's any woman watching this, they can buy the shirt too.
There we
No,
go. So now we're
no,
being
I'm gonna move on.
inclusive and
Hold on,
Now
what-
non.
we're doing double money, bro. Double
Now
money.
we're
you
not,
lot
and
want to-
also
this is
we can get the women's organisations, or women's rights groups involved, because then you're getting women involved, inclusivity. We'll get
Nah.
sponsored by the women's
Bro,
Euros.
this is dark.
Well,
Chat,
this
let me
kind of
ask
bad
you-
We
about
gotta put a
the
stop to
Euros.
this. No, we
You
gotta put a
call
stop
me
to
Bonnie
this.
James,
fucking Blue.
James. Let's actually businessize this. Chat.
Yeah, let's
How much would
businessize
you
this.
pay? How much would you pay? Genuinely, give me a real number in British pounds for a Tommy Blue shirt. How much would you pay for it?
I'll play a solid 35 squids for that, Husam, I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah,
mate.
see, now we're
35
talking more
British
money for
pounds.
Tom. Chat, what would you pay for it? Like, genuinely.
Chat,
tell
what
me.
would you pay? I think
In
35 is a
pounds.
solid price nowadays, let's be real.
Yeah. £30. Give Tom 10. Now every
Yeah,
100
yeah,
shirts,
yeah.
he gets
I get-
1K.
No. Give Tom 5. We keep the rest.
But
Who's
no,
we?
All right, yeah.
zero stamina, zero strength, 100. Nah, this
People
is
are
mad.
actually saying they'd pay 50 quid for that shirt.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I
Nah,
think
this
30
is
to
insane.
35 is a solid range. Victor just said 2 quid. That's rough.
Oh, God.
And
These
that-
men are
that
actually
definitely- That definitely isn't real. If it's a Tommy Blue thing, that's stamina 100. That's not.
I was
zero.
going to say, it's got to be about 150 of anything. Like,
What
Anyway.
the fuck is going on?
it's
Nah,
all right,
we have
Tom.
to move on. This is insane. We have to move on. This is
What
actually insane.
everything's
rating would the
fine.
off the ball movement be?
100.
Nah, do you know what? This
Mom,
is
you're
actually
making
insane.
money. Why are you mad?
Fonzie, big up almost everyone on the panel. Great content. I think that's a joke with Cal. Big up Noor. My striker said he wants it all. I want it all. Pause. I hear it.
That's what Tom
Big
said
up
too.
Ty. Because when Cal says it is cursed, I don't know what that was related to. Big up Ali. Isak said, I want everything. Yeah, I know. This is what I'm saying. When they're asking the question, it like, what's your ambitions? I think, what do you want this season? He just
There
says,
was a lot of
99,
aura.
man.
there was aura.
Aura. You wanna know how much aura Isak had? I'm fucking doing Sweden versus Slovenia tonight. Watch along. Imagine.
That's all right. That is all right.
That's real
for
aura.
real.
That
Why
is
the
Yeah,
fuck
that's
is
for
a
real.
Jordanian
Slovenia,
watching
no.
Sweden against
I'm
Slovenia?
not even gonna lie. I don't think he's gonna play in that game, bro.
Innit?
No, he'll come on second half.
He probably come up for 10 minutes, I reckon. About 10, 15 minutes, maybe.
Hey,
maybe.
that's 10 to 15 minutes of prime TV right there, baby. So we will be there. Let's go.
Big Andrew NQ feels like Salah doesn't rate the new signings. Nah, he 100% does.
He 100% rates them.
He was
I think
apparently, according to him, he was the one who asked for some of these players.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, people were starting
Salah
making jokes
Valentine
like
is actually quite
Salah's
good,
the new
eh?
sporting director. That's the joke, isn't it? Salah's the new sporting director.
You want to
so
know? I know why he's saying that. You're saying that because of Salah's comments, but Salah's actually smart. He's you want to know what he's doing? He's removing the pressure from his teammates by saying
100%.
Arsenal are the favourites. He's removing the pressure.
I understand how people don't see it though as well. I'm
And
surprised.
not
people
only
look at
that,
it
he's
differently.
just pointing out a plain simple fact that we all know you're 7 years into a £1 billion project. When are you going to win something, you fucking bum?
Yeah.
Do you think anyone else could spend £1 billion and not be expected to win?
And get
We're
away
not
with it.
letting them cop out because Liverpool have had a great window and we're a better team. They better win the league.
Facts.
£1 billion.
And guess what? Now the pressure is all on Arsenal. Salah's thing worked. Because AFTV are talking about what he said. All the Arsenal content creators are talking about what he said. The media, Sky Sports, when they interviewed him before the game, asked him, so you're playing the title favorites this Sunday. You see? He's smart. He knows what he's doing. Now he's planted that seed, and all the new players have no pressure on them. They're like, oh, Arsenal are the favorites. They've been together 5 years.
100%.
No, facts. Big up Ty. Hassan, don't assume the Colombians are cool with you. Matt still needs to check under his car before he does school run. Raw.
Hey, let me tell you something. The Colombians are definitely cool with me. They're
cool
seen
with
me
as well,
on the
bro. I
Colombian
squashed that
channel.
beef after week 4 of Diaz's
Bro, they've seen me sing the Colombian national
entry
anthem.
season.
Can you have some shame?
So I'm blessed with them. Trust me.
Gloria immarcible, jubilo immortal. See, I remember the words as well.
Man's got,
They don't like me.
the script.
Like when Trent was singing the national anthem.
Big up Beans on Toast. Tom, you good at any camel noises? Oh my god.
Nuts. Absolutely.
They don't like Tom and Jamie, by the way. Those are the two that can't make
This
it
is
to Colombia.
crazy. Big up the nines with Isak, Salah, and Ekatike in the front line. Will we lose all our high press?
You got 30 minutes of press talk before. I'm so sorry. You got more than a 5 as
all
well.
jokes aside, go back and watch the
Who
video.
gives a fuck?
Rewind back the content about 30 minutes, and you'll get your answer to that. We got Sean C says best crossover on YouTube. Appreciate that, man. Come on, man.
I agree.
Legends.
I agree.
You have legends. Come on, you
100%.
have legends. Big up Ty. Kyle curse Guehi, or is it just unprecedented? Oh my days, bro. Like,
I think
how
we
is
should
that,
have blamed the
man?
Cal
Guehi,
first,
yeah.
you know.
We can't, bruv. We can't, man.
He's our player anyway. Let's be real. He's gonna join
enemy
us.
January, bro. And you know what? There's something I didn't realize as well. Big
I'm
up.
not blaming Cal, but that was the most Cal curse thing that could happen, though. Right?
No, it was a bit mad, but you can't blame it.
It
on
was
Cal.
a bit crazy, I'll be real, but I don't blame
Parish was in
big
the
up
gym, for
Olakunle,
goodness sake.
innit? Big up Olakunle 007. Parish got overruled by majority shareholders. I didn't know this, by the way. Did any of you guys know this?
Who reported it?
Some people were saying check out the some comments or something like that. So there must have been some reports.
From what I
regarding
understand, it was Glasner who made the biggest say. He was the one who got.
That's what I thought as well. Big up Ty. Oh, girthless strike force is gonna bang. You know. Oh my days, bro.
What?
Girthless.
Can we get that off the screen? Because that's below me. Do you know what I mean?
That is crazy. Sorry,
that is
bro.
nuts.
That is big up Fonzie. Soboslai has become our new Milner with techers.
Great example.
Milner had techers.
Yeah, Milner.
What?
Yeah,
I
Milner.
need Milner.
But I definitely think.
Have you not heard?
No, he means
New
as
Milner.
he means as in he's versatile and can play in loads.
No,
of
no,
No, but come on, Milner, you might have 5-star
you
filmers.
know, like Tottenham players go on about how Moussa Dembele was the best player I ever played with. Go listen to how former Liverpool players talk about James Milner and the skill he had.
I was watching the
Best
Biscuit
player of all
video with
time.
him and Robertson 2 days ago.
Hold on.
Milner's just a
Big up.
legend, mate.
Big up Fonzie. So Gatpo presses, but Gordon doesn't. We're not going into that again.
No,
See the way that Milner doesn't like City, but he likes us though. Mad, innit?
Yeah.
He's a Liverpool legend. That's why.
Yeah, he's a hero.
Gordon closes down, Gakpo blocks space. There you go. I won't say any more on it.
Thank goodness.
Big up David. Alan Milano was good at pressing. Yeah, he was. He was one of the best. 100. He was one of the, that 16-17 season where he got 7 goals, 7 assists in the Prem. That was Alan Milano going on crazy. I can't even lie.
How do you remember his numbers?
I don't know how I remember the numbers, bro, but it was. I just remember it was 7 and 7. I don't even know why I remember. Yeah.
Hey, should we all meet up and do one big show around pressing? Should we do it?
James, when you were away,
James
just
just had
so you
enough.
know, I tried to stop
Not
it.
wearing a cap
I want you to know that I tried. And Tom
no,
proceeded
no,
to
mate.
say, shut the fuck up. If you don't want to be involved in this conversation, don't get involved, because he's
Tom,
being very passionate about how many times Gakpo runs, basically.
We got Salah's hairline. I'd rather go Invincible, shut down AFTV noise. Bro, listen.
Invincible would be so elite. Oh my god.
Invincible would be crazy. Though. I can't lie if it ever happened. It'd be absolutely insane.
Invincible with Isak. Oh.
Big
Champions
up,
League and League double or Invincible?
And we've already got 2 Invincibles in the side. Sorry, Matt, carry on.
No, that's cool, bro. Big up WeChat Football. Did he read Zlatan's comment on the Isak signing? Zlatan's comment on... No, I don't know.
By the way, just so you guys know, a lot of the quotes online now are fake, so be careful what you believe.
This is what I'm saying. I don't know if there is. So enlighten me, please, people, if it's a real quote, obviously. Again, football talk. Maka is our best presser to be. I reckon that's banter though, to get us to do the whole. Yeah, that's banter.
I'm gonna throw my laptop if this press work gets brought up.
According to the statistics, he's the 3rd best passer.
Thompson, just quickly, just put it as a normal one, bro. I didn't see it there unless it's been.
Bro, with a girl in the picture and Mariam as her name, he just called you bro, Mariam. I'm sorry. Sorry, Habibti. Apologize.
What? Say that again? Isn't it R. Thompson? Okay, R. Thompson, did you miss the super chat? Which super chat did I miss? That's what I'm genuinely asking. What super chat did I miss?
No, I think you read out her member.
He thinks that that's a lady, and you said bro.
No, I don't think I know. Mariam is a girl's name.
Oh, okay. But
I didn't read Miriam. To be fair, because I said R. Thompson and didn't say Miriam, but I get it.
So you just assume the gender. That's not good.
No,
nowadays,
I saw R. Thompson.
That's not good nowadays. That much.
Do you know what, Tom?
What if she's they them?
Hello,
Tom,
we've got some gender misidentification. Can we have the police, please?
Because if I release these prototypes, you are cooked. Just know.
Now he's threatening.
Oh, he's threatening.
Now he's threatening a guy who's recently turned 18.
I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have it.
No,
he's trying to blackmail me because I said you've got to be careful and not misgender people nowadays.
I said R. Thompson and didn't read Miriam.
And he's going with Tom Little. Yeah, he doesn't like.
Are you trying to gaslight Redmond? You trying to guess?
No, it's just because you're being transphobic, so I'm just making sure I'm telling the right.
I'm being transphobic by misreading a comment.
So yeah, he's transphobic. You're hearing the
so
stuff
if
that
I misread a comment by accident and clearly said it by saying R. Thompson, and then has Sam corrected me by saying Miriam.
Why did you assume R. Thompson was a male name? Thompson's a gender neutral.
Let's move on. Jeez,
I literally said R. Thompson and didn't say whether it was a man or a woman. You do realize that.
But then you
now he's rattled. Yeah, now
he's
rattled.
bro.
You do realize that though.
You know,
I'm just saying. See what you lot are trying to do. I get it. You're trying to gaslight bottom left and top right realizes he's on a thin line.
Now he's not even calling us by our names. Now he's calling us bottom right and left. I'm no bottom.
We hear it.
But started at the bottom, now I'm here.
Let's move on, people. This show is somehow always gets toxic towards the end. I have no idea how. Last week Hassam did it and somehow he's done it again. I ain't even gonna lie.
I haven't done anything. You just misread her name.
You could have just said, "Oh, I didn't realize," but you.
I
just
defended my girl Mariam. Don't expect Mariam legacy like this.
Hey, did we all just wake up on the wrong side of the bed because I felt like we just argued for that
all the time, bro? For the whole
show. I think you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, James, because you're angry a little bit today. Tom is always angry anyway.
No, I am a bit. I am a bit. It was genuinely the press talk. It pressed me. Do you know what I mean? It pressed me. It gag pressed me. So I was triggered. I'm sorry.
Tom, I feel like he's the one that's the angriest on this panel.
Do you know one thing? No. Do you know before we end?
Those prototypes in the chamber.
Do you know before we end? No, I had one thing.
We're gonna sell those shirts. You best believe.
You are not selling. You are not selling.
Money's money, baby.
Money's selling the shares.
There are people in the chat who said they'd pay 50 quid for that. Are you dumb? We sell 100 of those. We're gonna make £1,000, bro.
Hey Tom, I got a message before. If you send in a sweaty sock with it, they'll pay 70.
I'm being objectified. I'm being objectified on this fucking channel.
That is how we're gonna end the show. People, bless up. Listen, make sure you
Don't
go
end it. Just
subscribe.
keep it going. Let's talk about pressing. We need
Yeah,
to
let's
do
talk
on that,
about
don't we?
Make sure
Who
you go
presses better, Gakpo or
Make
Martinelli?
sure you go subscribe to James Redmond. Link is in the description. To Hassam, to Tom Little, Drifty TV, Matt One Show, Sanderson Show. Also, people, don't forget this video is sponsored by okjudges.com. Go check them out, people. They have some serious replicas and use the code Kop-Ish in capitals. You get 8% off. People, hope you've enjoyed the show. It always
Just before
goes
you
left
end,
or
just before you end,
Yeah,
just one statement.
yeah.
One statement. They gave Gakpo 4 out of 10 versus Arsenal, Tom.
No,
no.
that's unacceptable. I can see the reason for that. Giving Curtis Jones a 4 out of 10 versus Newcastle, that's diabolical.
Oh my gosh. Here we go again.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
People, like, share, subscribe.
I'm with
People,
legends,
we're out.
guys.
Take care. God bless. This gaslighter. We're out, people. Love.
Peace.
I ain't coming back next week, you know. I swear that.